What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be delivering brand new SWAT trucks to the police station and American Plains mudding. So if you guys are excited for this insane video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I think we should begin with the video. I'm done with this shower. What a good morning. Hold on, let me actually go check my computer if I have any work to do. Oh yeah, we do have one email. Let's see. What does this say? Okay, that's pretty easy. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm bringing you something special. And the reason I say that is because we have to go pick up 2 SWAT cars, take them to the police station. This is another contract that the police has hired us to do, since, you know, they just love how I do my jobs. And before I continue, we only have till the afternoon to complete this job, so we don't have too much time, so we have to be fast. So before I continue to, you guys know the drill. Smash that like button and subscribe, and let's begin. So of course we're gonna be taking my favorite truck, the Northern Gray. I believe this is a Ram, I could be wrong. 2021. You know, it's got the beefy double tires. Enough glazing, let's start heading over to the gas station, where we're going to have to pick up the semi and then head over to the mechanic shop, pick up the new SWAT cars, and then finally drop them off at the police station. So pretty simple job, but it is going to be quite heavy. And keep in mind, we have to do this all before the afternoon. So the road is clear. Let's continue going straight. And it's kind of difficult driving this way because we've got the literal sun blazing into my eyes. So hopefully we do not crash. I'm gonna be a little bit extra careful because I don't want to crash this truck. But it seems that we're gonna have to take a right on this turn. And okay, the road is clear. Let's carefully go into this road. Hopefully it does not rain, because when it does rain, these jobs tend to get a little bit more difficult because the visibility just goes to trash. I will not lie. We have another stop sign right here, and let me start putting on my blinkers because the gas station should be on the left side. Everything looks clear. Let's make that turn. My goodness, the sun is super bright. This is bad. This is super bad. Thankfully the gas station is right here, so let me put on my blinkers. All right, nothing. And let's see, where should we park? Should we park right here? Yeah, let's park right here. Actually, let me turn around, and there we go. Let's put this in park, turn off the engine, and let's get into this semi. Let me actually pick up a Bloxy Cola because I know I'm gonna get thirsty. So let's see, Bloxy Cola is right here, and I don't think we have to pay because yeah, there is no cashier. Yep, the store is entirely clear. So if you guys do come to this liquor store, feel free to grab a Bloxy Cola because it is free. So we've got the semi right here with the big trailer. You guys have probably seen this in a dozen videos, or actually probably like in 5 to be exact. But anyways, let's hop in. Engine is on, and let's start making our way over to the mechanic shop. So let me actually U-turn right here. Hopefully I should be able to turn right here. Let me actually back up a little bit. There we go. And let's carefully pull out of this gas station. So the road seems to be clear. Let me carefully turn into this road without taking the stop sign. Alright, nice. Kind of scared me for a bit. And let me actually turn on my beacons. There we go. And now all we have to do, heading over to the mechanic shop so we can get these new SWAT cars on top of the trailer and have them successfully delivered. I'm gonna try not to speed too much because last time I was speeding down this road, there was an unmarked police car and he ended up pulling me over and gave me a $500 ticket. So I guess this job is pretty much gonna cover that ticket. So let's start slowing down right here. Put on our blinkers. We're gonna make a right turn, and let's carefully do that. All right, super nice. The mechanic shop should actually, this is not the mechanic shop. I always get confused, but this is the implement store. So the mechanic shop should be down here, and that sun is definitely still bright. It might give me a headache. All right, cool. So the mechanic shop is right here. So let me put on my blinkers, start making a left turn right here, and let me actually park right here as usual. Let me actually align myself so we can get these things loaded. I feel like I've been getting better at maneuvering these semis. So there we go. Let's put this in park, and let me turn off the engine because the gas is super high. And look at that, we've got the SWAT cars right here. So let's open this garage, and let's open this one as well. All right, nice. So let's begin with, actually before we begin, let's put on the ramps, or how else are we going to put on these SWAT cars? So there we go. Now all we have to do is start putting on this one. Engine is on, and let me actually turn and align myself so I can get this this thing on top. So let me turn right here, back up a little bit, and oh, hold on, we don't want to mess this up because this thing is huge. All right, I think we are good. Now let's carefully place this. Okay, nice. There we go. Now let me just park it a little bit up front. There we go. Actually, you know what, let me get a little bit closer. There we go. Engine is off. And let's continue with the second vehicle. Alright, nice. We've got the second SWAT car, the last one that we have to put on to the trailer. So let's hop in. Engine is on. And let's pretty much repeat the same process. Let me back up a little bit. And we should be ready to put this thing right up on top. Oh, careful, careful. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, now don't hit it. Don't hit it. Don't hit it. Park. Woo! Look at that. I almost ended up hitting it. Engine is off, and look at that. 2 SWAT cars on top of the trailer. And let's put up the ramps. Before I do hop into the semi, let me actually take a drink of my Bloxy Cola. So, uh-oh, what happened to my head? Oh, there you go. And now we're almost complete with this job. All we have to do is finally deliver these 2 SWAT cars to the police station. So let's hop into the semi. Engine is on. There we go. For a second I didn't want to turn on, and now we are gonna have to make a super tight turn right here. Careful now, we don't want to take the oh, look at the stop sign. Look at that stop sign. All right, cool, we're not taking it. The stop sign is safe for today. Was that not pretty impressive? All right, let's carefully turn right here. Okay. Well, we got the campsite right up ahead, but look at these SWAT cars. They are huge. I think they're pretty cool. I'm wondering if the SWAT cars have like weapons inside of them. The road is clear. Let's continue going. But yeah, this job so far has been pretty easy, I won't lie. And okay, nice. So we've got the police station right here. So let's start carefully pulling into the station. And I'm gonna try not to take the stop sign. Okay, careful. Am I gonna hit it? I am. Let me actually back up. Alright, there we go. I was able to maneuver a little bit more just to make sure I didn't hit the stop sign. And let me actually park right here. Let me just make sure that I am straight. There we go. Let me actually put on the parking. Engine is off. And did I put up the ramps? Okay, nice. I thought I forgot like last time. So let me actually put them back on. There we go. And let's begin with this SWAT car. I wish I was taller so I can easily get into these cars, but you know, I'm okay being short. So let's hop into this one. Engine is on. There we go. Oh, careful. We don't want to hit that. And now let's carefully back up. Oh, hold on. There we go. First SWAT car successfully unloaded. And now, let's see. Where should we park them? Should we park them back here or up front? Let's actually park them back there. So let's quickly do that. Alright, nice. And now all I have to do is back into this parking. Just like so. That is perfect. Park and engine is off. Look at that. First one successfully delivered. All we have to do is to deliver the last one. I wish this game would add a sprint feature, because sometimes it just takes forever to walk, and sprinting would just make it easier. So if the game developer is watching that, can you guys please add that? So let's hop into the last SWAT car. Engine is on. So let's carefully do this. Wheels are nice. Careful. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Super smooth. And now all we have to do is park it right next to that one. Now let me just back into this parking lot carefully. I don't want to hit the other SWAT car. Nice. A little bit more. There we go. We've got this SWAT car in park. Engine is off. And look at that. 2 successfully delivered SWAT cars. I think that deserves a little dance. And we were able to do this job right before the sun even hit the afternoon. And obviously, all we have to do is return this back where we got it from. So let's quickly pull out of the police station. And let's get this semi delivered back to the gas station. And thankfully, we do not have the sun blazing into our eyes, because you guys remember when we were heading our way over here, the sun was just destroying my eyes. So the gas station is right here, so let me carefully pull into here without making sure I don't hit any cars coming. Let's park it right here. Gotta make sure I am good. There we go. Put this in park. Engine is off. Nice. We've successfully delivered the semi with the tray. No way. Did I seriously forget to put up the ramps again? Dude, I'm gonna get fired if they find out. Here, let's quickly put this up. I don't think anyone saw. Anyways, let me actually get back into my truck and let's start making our way back home, because I need to give you guys my thoughts. Home sweet home. Engine is off. That is pretty much the entire job. We successfully managed to deliver 2 brand new SWAT cars to the police station. We got paid, and we were able to do this right before the afternoon. With that conclusion, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and if you guys did, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on to the next APM video. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today is another beautiful day of Southern Mudding, and today we got something special. If we take a look at our right side, we have the brand new SWAT car and Hellcat, which is also a police car. We are going to be testing them out, and we're going to be patrolling the city and making sure everyone is following the rules, no one is breaking them, because we don't want bad people in our city. So if you guys are excited, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe, and let's begin. So I think we should start off with the coolest cars. Well, I think both of them are very cool, so you know what, let's just start off with this one, because oh my goodness, this thing is insane. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh my god. I think we need to customize it and make it a little bit faster. I think I might keep the color. The color is pretty good. It kind of matches the grass. Kind of a greenish color. It's pretty sick. But if you guys didn't know, this is pretty much a brand new update that they added in Southern Mudding. They also added these two cars, which look pretty sick. And this is why I don't join public servers. Anyways, we have the customization shop right here. Let me actually close this. Hopefully he is not following me. Okay, it looks like he's not following me. That is pretty cool. So let me turn this thing off so you guys can hear me. All right, let's customize it. Let's start off with the rims. And okay, looks like we don't have any choice. How about the windows? Can we black these things? Oh yeah, look at that. Before, after. Oh my goodness, this looks pretty sick. The suspension, let's actually, I don't know. I like the suspension. I don't know if I want to touch this. I mean, we could drop it. Actually, that does not look good. That does not look good. All right, let's just keep it at normal height. And the engine, okay, so it looks like it has a coal amount. Let's actually add another one and do 25% extra power. And I think that is it. All right, let me just get out of here. I think we are done with customizing this thing. Let me actually show you guys right over here at the church parking lot. So pretty much we tinted the windows and we added 25% extra power. So this thing should be a little bit more faster. But if we actually take a look in the back, this is how it looks like. This is where I think all the SWAT members come and sit down with their huge rifles, which is pretty sick. So before I do continue to yap, let's actually give this a nice spin. Let's see if we can pull over anyone. I haven't even showed you guys the features, but pretty much this is how the police lights look and then the siren. So pretty cool. Let's continue checking around the area. Let's see if we can find any bad people, because typically people like to speed on the back roads. So we'll see if we can catch anyone. Once we are finished, we're gonna go back and test out the Hellcat, because that Hellcat is super fast. So that one's gonna be really interesting to see. But looks like the intersection is clear. We can continue going. So far we don't see anyone. I wonder if we're gonna see any people down the road camping, because that's this is an area where people actually tend to camp. So let's see. Road is clear, blinkers on like a nice civilian, and let's see. Look at that guy. Oh my goodness, that guy is driving super reckless. We might have to pull him over. Let's see if we can pull him over. Let me actually do a U-turn right here. Oh no, that guy is super reckless. Let's actually catch up to him. What is he doing? Should I honk at him? I'm gonna honk at him. He does not want to pull over. He's gonna crash again. He's going to crash. Oh no, he did. He's out of his. Let's see. Let's actually talk to him. Hey man, what are you doing? Hey. He's on the run. He's on the run. Oh, he's gonna hit me. He's gonna hit me. He's gonna hit me. Oh, no. He's on the run. He's gonna hit my truck. Oh my goodness, he's actually pretty good at driving. All right, let's go after him. He is speeding so fast. How is he faster than my truck? Let's actually drift right here. Oh, that was pretty sick. Did I just gain aura points, you guys? Oh no, what is he doing? Watch out, man. Watch out. What are you doing? Let me actually try to talk with him. Pull over right now. You have to pull over right now. Oh no, he's gonna crash again. Oh no, this is not good. Oh no, he's gonna hit me. He's gonna hit me. This guy is super reckless. I think we need backup. We have to go and pick up the Hellcat. Let me pull on my sirens. Look at him. He is, oh my goodness, he's hitting me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was really bad. Look, he crashed as well. Oh no, this is not good. Let's actually go and get the Hellcat right now. This guy is so dangerous. He is not. Oh look, he ended up crashing. Oh no. Alright, let me actually go and pick up the second Hellcat. Alright, I'm gonna leave the SWAT car right here. Yeah, let me actually just park it right here. I should have just backed up into it. I think I would have looked very cool. Anyways, let me turn off my lights and the engine. There we go. Oh, I forgot. Let me put it in park. Alright, not bad. So far, it is a very, very cool SWAT car in this game. And if you've been waiting for the Hellcat, now it's time to go and pick it up, which is right there. Wait, is it turning night? Oh my goodness. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's the stars. Oh, it looks like it's night. Let me actually go inside my home, because I might have to take a quick nap so we can start tomorrow's morning shift. So where's my bed? Oh, my bed is right here. So I'll catch you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. It looks like it is now morning. Let's actually walk downstairs because we have to test out. Oh, whoops. We have to test out the brand new Hellcat. I kind of slept in. As you guys can see, it is the afternoon, so we don't have too much time. Let's quickly test this thing. Oh my goodness, this thing sounds super mean. Hold on. Let's actually head over to the shop because I actually want to upgrade this and give it a little bit more power. And oh my goodness, that looks super fun. I might have to buy one of those. Anyways, let's actually head over to the shop because I want to see if I can make this a little bit faster. Let me turn off traction and ABS so we can actually maybe burn some tire. So let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh my, dude, I am speechless. That was insane. Imagine when we upgrade this thing is just going to be even more insane. And it is so loud. Oh my goodness, it is so loud. Let's do the rims. Maybe, actually, let's keep the rims like this because, or actually, you know what? These actually look nice. All right, you know what? Let's keep these. These actually also look nice. I think I might just keep these. These kind of look pretty policey. Let me turn out the transparency. Let me add some of this, and then let's see, suspension. We're gonna keep that. We're gonna add another supercharger and 25% of extra power. Oh my goodness. Look. Oh my, I can actually add a grill guard. Look at that. That looks so freaking sick. All right, let me add all of this and let's actually pull out. All right, this thing sounds insane. Just take a listen on how this thing sounds. Oh my goodness, it sounds so good. All right, let's see. Where should we take? Should we check down here? Let's actually start driving down here. Maybe we can find someone. Oh my goodness, this thing has so much power and it's very heavy. I'm not gonna lie. I think this might weigh more than the SWAT car. Oh my goodness, dude, my tire just spin so much. All right, let's see. Let's actually make a right turn right here. And should we just step on it? I think we should just step on it, honestly. Actually, you know what? Let's step on it by the bridge. When we arrive by the bridge, I'm just gonna step on this thing and see how fast this thing can actually go. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Oh no, this is so fast. I feel like Sonic. All right, slow down, slow down, slow down. Wait, can I swing this thing? Hold on, let me actually swing this thing. Whee! Oh, this is so fun. Uh-oh. Dude, if my boss sees me, my sergeant, he's gonna get me so fired. All right, let's make a left turn right here. But so far, we don't see any people breaking the laws or committing any crimes. So let's head back to the city because that's where everyone really is. Oh, look. Let's actually see if he's gonna follow the rules. So let me just slow down. Okay, so far, so good. All right, look at them. Yeah, definitely not a bad driver. This is so fun. I think I'm making him nervous because I'm right behind him. This is how I look behind him. I look so mean. Oh, whoops, I might have opened his thing. Looks like it is now nighttime. Let me actually turn on my lights. It is now green, and let's actually take this semi to the drag strip. All right, we are here at the drag strip. We're gonna see how fast this thing can actually go. So I think we have to stop right here, or is it up there? No, I think it's right here. All right, in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my goodness, this is so fast. 100, 120. Oh my goodness. Holy moly guacamole. We ended up hitting over 120 miles per hour. This car is no joke. It is so dark right now. Let's actually head over back to the station. Let's actually make a left turn right here. Let me back up right here on this parking spot. Uh-oh, I'm a little bit crooked. Let me actually fix myself. I think that should be good. Let me put this in park, turn this thing off, and bang! Let's actually go inside because we got to do some paperwork and oh, can I take a picture of this? Can someone take a picture of me? Wait a minute, I'm not a criminal. Never mind. Oh wait, what's inside of here? Oh, this is the jail cell. Can I actually sleep on the beds? Oh, I can't. How about I can't go in the restroom though. Imagine if I locked myself inside. That would not be good at all. That would be pretty bad actually. No way. This is insane. Let's see if we can actually use this. Look at this. We got a pistol. Wait, did I miss something else? Hold on. I think there was also a shield I could get. Speed gun. Oh my goodness. I could have used this. A baton. I might have to make a part 2 of me just pulling over people. Who is that? Who is that? I think that's my enemies. Oh wait, that's a cop. Don't move. He's gonna be like, what is wrong with this guy? Anyways, I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna walk home. Home sweet home. Oh, I want that. That looks really nice. Oh, look how beautiful the morning is. I didn't even get any sleep. I'm gonna have to take tomorrow. Wow, that guy is going pretty fast. I'm gonna have to take today off. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next Southern Mudding or APM video. Peace. There's no way this happened. Uh-oh, it looks like that there's been a 3-way car collision. What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and it looks like we're having an emergency right now. For today, I am going to be working at the sheriff's office. So before I continue to yap, make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe. Is that an ad? And let's begin with the video. So it looks like the report says that there was a 3-car collision this morning, and if we open up the maps, the location seems to be right on this bridge right here. We're gonna go and check it out. We're gonna have to go and save them. So let's go and hop into the car. That is going to be the task for today. So let's be very quick with this because I don't know if there's anyone injured. And where's my police car? Did I park it back here? Oh wait, I did. Looks like I did end up parking my police car right here. Let me turn on the engine and let's turn on the light bar and of course the sirens, and let's start making our way over to the location. And to be honest, I feel like it's kind of too early to be having accidents. Maybe I'm being a little bit too mean about it. So let me check the map and make sure that we are going the right way. And it seems that we are. So it looks like on the last dirt road, we are going to have to make a right turn. I wonder if like any of the cars ended up flipping, because that would be insane. But I believe we're getting close to the dirt road. So let me start putting on my blinkers. I don't know if you can see them. But yeah, let's make that turn right here. Yeah, I don't know where the bridge is. It's most likely gonna be down further. Oh yeah, it is right here. Dude, is that a car flipped over? Holy moly. Look at this truck. The entire front suspension got destroyed. This is terrible. Okay, the Corvette, looks like the Corvette must have been speeding and hit the truck, and after the truck must have hit this SUV, which caused it to flip over. This is insane. So we've got an SUV that's flipped over, a truck with the complete suspension destroyed, and a brand new Corvette completely totaled from the front. Okay, this is really bad. This is really bad. Okay, so it looks like our next task is going to head over to the mechanic shop because we need to pick up a tow truck. So let me hop back into my patrol car, and yeah, let's make a way over there so we can get this whole problem fixed. This might be one of the worst accidents I have seen in APM. I'm very speechless. I don't know how this could ever happen. So I got another message from the sheriff's station, and in that message it says that everyone within that accident has been taken to the hospital, which is good news, and it appears that no one is in critical condition. But that definitely is some heartwarming news. But it looks like we have arrived at the mechanic shop, and I see the tow truck right here. So I'm gonna leave my patrol car parked in the parking lot, and we are going to be taking the tow truck. So let me get this thing parked just like so. Turn off the engine. All right, so let me hop into the tow truck, and I know it's going to be a little bit tedious, but I might have to tow each vehicle independently. I wish I had a semi with a long bed, because this whole process would be much better and faster, but you know, we're working with what we got. But when I get there, I'm gonna focus on the SUV and then the rest of the vehicles, because the SUV does not look good there, especially when it's flipped over. So it looks like the road is here, so let me take a right turn, and honestly I think this is the longest morning I have ever seen. Alright, it looks like we have finally arrived to the accident. So I'm gonna go around the SUV, kind of flip around right here. I'm gonna park right here, grab onto my cable. Let's connect it to, let's see, where should we connect it? Wait, why can't I connect it? That's super weird. It looks like I cannot connect it to, am I too far away? Here, let me try to get closer. Let's try to connect this again. And yeah, my cable is not working. That is super weird. It appears that my cable is not working, so I'm gonna head over to the shop and buy a strap because my cable is not working, which is super odd. So I'll quickly go and meet you guys over there. Alright you guys, it looks like we have finally arrived at the store. It is called the RP Tool Store. So let's pull into the parking lot. I'm gonna park right here. Let's open these, and then let's see, which strap should we pick? Let's pick this strap. Alright, so we got the strap. Let me close the door, and since there is no cashier, it is free. So let me get out of here and let's start making our way back to the accident. I'm really hoping this works, because if it doesn't, then I don't know what I'm going to do. Alright you guys, we have finally arrived. We're gonna go around the SUV once again, and we're gonna try to connect both vehicles with the strap. So I'm really hoping that this works. I'm gonna connect it to the side, and then let's see, please. Yes, let's go. Alright, so we can finally connect both vehicles. So let me hop right back into my tow truck, and let's carefully hold this SUV. And alright, come on. I'm gonna inch a little bit forward and just yank it. There we go. That worked. Uh-oh. It's going to hit the barrier. Hold on, let me hop in. Oh, that was way too close. Alright, so let me disconnect my tow strap just like so. Honestly, the SUV is not too damaged besides some exterior body damage. Everything else seems to be working fine. The suspension is fine, the tires is fine. I already did a 360 check. This thing is not giving me any issues. What I'm going to be doing is heading over to the mechanic shop and dropping this vehicle over there. So let's go and do that, and I'll meet you guys over at the mechanic shop. Alright, the mechanic shop is right here. So let's start pulling in, and I'm gonna throw this in the garage so they can start checking this vehicle, make sure that there's nothing too wrong with the engine or anything else. So let me quickly flip this over. Let's throw this into the garage, and there we go. Nice. So let's start heading back. Let's take the patrol car and let's turn on our lights. So let's turn right here and let's start slowing down. We're gonna continue with the truck because this truck is really in bad condition. So I'm gonna try to get it on top of the tow truck. I'm really hoping this works. And let's start throwing down the boom. So first let's begin with unfolding the boom just like so. And there we go. And now let's lower this. I think that is it. I'm gonna try to connect it now. I don't know if this is gonna work at all. Wait, Is it connected? I think I was able to connect it. Hold on, let me try to raise this. This thing is completely smashed in. Alright, so we got the front of the truck connected to the tow truck finally. And it looks like I'm going to try to U-turn right here. Alright, so I was able to turn. And as you guys can see, the truck is completely messed up. It is so bad. Let's make a left right here. And it looks like it's going to rain today. I really hope it doesn't. But it looks like we are here at the mechanic shop. So let me hop out of my vehicle. Let me open up this garage right here. We're going to throw the truck next to the SUV. And then let's try to back up and not try to damage this vehicle anymore. Alright, I think we are doing good. A little bit more. I think that is in the perfect position. So let's lower this thing. There we go. And I'm gonna hop out of the truck so we can disconnect the arms. So let's do that. Alright, so we got the truck unloaded. Do you guys think if I close the garage, it's going to hit the front of the truck? I mean, there's one way to find out. Let's close this thing. Let's see. Will it hit? Perfect. Awesome. Alright. So it looks like I'm not going to be losing any money today. So let me raise my boom. Alright, it looks like we are ready to go. Arrive at the location. Alright, we are finally back. And our last task is to take the Corvette. Now I wonder if I can finally connect the cable to the vehicle. And it appears that we cannot. So, and I'm going to grab my strap, attach it. There we go. And we're going to pull the vehicle a little bit. And I think that is perfect. I'm going to quickly disconnect the strap. There we go. I disconnected the strap. So I ended up turning around. I'm going to start lowering this. Boom. Alright, it looks like it's been connected. So let's raise this Corvette. And I don't know what happened. Okay, so I have an idea. I'm going to disconnect this from the arms. And then I'm going to hop into the Corvette. Move the wheels. And now this should be good now. Perfect. Alright, so it looks like the Corvette has been finally raised. And we can start heading over to the mechanic shop. Alright, you guys. We have finally arrived at the mechanic shop. So you guys know the process. I'm going to open up one of these garages, which is going to be this one. And yeah, let's flip over so we can get this Corvette unloaded. So I'm going to try to use my pro skills to get this thing unloaded, and I think this is going to be good. So let's start lowering the boom. The Corvette has been disconnected. I am going to close the garage because we are done with this. And I need to be a little bit more fast because the sun is starting to set and my shift is almost over. So I'm going to park the tow truck right here. And I'm going to call one of my police partners so he can pick me up and drop me off at the location so I can pick up my police car. Alright everyone, I just got dropped off. I'm going to pick up my police car and I'm going to start heading over to the police station so we can clock out and be finished with the job. Finally, we are back. There we go. Engine is off and let's head right into the station. Alright, I am done following the report, and with that conclusion, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it looks like it's going to rain. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on to the next APM video. Peace. What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I just got a call of a car crash. Well, I guess a car ended up rolling off a cliff, something insane. I think it was even a police car, and we're gonna be checking that out. We're gonna be of course saving it. So if you guys are excited for another video of APM, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's get into the video. So we're gonna be taking let's see, I feel like we should take the TRX because since this is an emergency, we should probably be driving fast. So we're gonna make our way to the location. Apparently hold on, let me just make a turn right here so we can check the map. So if I check the map, it should be right around this location near this house because that's where the accident ended up happening. So we're gonna be checking that out right now. We're gonna cross this bridge. Oh, look at the water. The water looks so fresh. I kind of want to jump in. You guys, I am so excited for summer. Like, I cannot wait until I jump into the water, or I guess the lakes and ponds in this game. Look how refreshing it looks, but it is still very cold. And oops, kind of went through that intersection pretty fast. I think there is no one here, but I think we're getting close. It should be around here. We're gonna try to look for a cliff, and it is the morning right now, so I gotta make sure I do this before the afternoon because I gotta go to a birthday party. But anyways, I think it should be around here. I don't see a cliff, or I guess this is a cliff. Hold on, this is kind of dark. Let me turn on my lights. Wait a minute, did we just find it? Oh my goodness, look at that, the police car. Yo, this thing got completely wrecked. How did it lose control? I think it might have been coming from that direction, and he might have been speeding and ended up tumbling down into this kind of like area. Look at this. Yo, oh my goodness, look at that. Is that the transmission all broken? Or I guess you know what, I think it's a differential. I don't know, but this thing is completely destroyed. So we're gonna make our way to the mechanic shop, which is going to be located right right around here because we're gonna pick up a tow truck. Because how else are we gonna pull this thing? And of course, I cannot pull this thing with my TRX. But let me turn on my lights just like so, and let's make our way to the mechanic shop because we gotta save this police from that ditch. So let's make a right turn right here. Oh, my brakes are going pretty bad. I gotta get them fixed because I've been going like kind of like on the mountains and I've been riding pretty heavy, so my brakes have been taking a toll. But anyways, we can make a right turn right here. You guys know, put on the blinkers, and the mechanic shop should be right down here. I think it's gonna be parked in the same location. I think it's gonna be in this one right here, or we could open up this one. I mean, it really doesn't matter, but I am gonna park my TRX right in front of Tenny. It's such a weird name, Tenny. We're gonna park it right down here. You guys know the drill. Park it, turn the engine off, and I think I did an amazing job. Look at this, dude. I am so good. Oh, actually, I should, never mind. I'm terrible at this game. Anyways, let me see. I don't see the semi. Oh, I think that's gonna be the semi right there. Hold on. Let me open up the garage door and look at the semi. Yo, this is actually one of my favorite semis in the game because it includes a freaking flatbed. Look at this, an entire flatbed. Yo, that is crazy. All right, so let me get this thing turned on. Let me jump in here, turn this bad boy on, and let's carefully back out. I'm gonna try to close the garage at the same time. Let's see. Oh, look at that, dude. I am so goated. All right, before we actually take off, I want to turn on my beacons, and then I want to turn on my ambers, just like so. Look at that. We are ready for this emergency, so let's start making our way to the location. So come on, I forgot that this semi has so many gears. I think it has like 12 or 13, something crazy. All right, so let's make a turn right here, and we're gonna make another huge turn right here. Oh, this is super tight. Whew, that was crazy. All right, so let's continue and make our way back to the ditch so we can get that thing out. I think what I'm going to do is use the winch and then try to retract it and hopefully flip it over at the same time. But we're gonna see what we can do. But that's gonna be the first test. Get the police car out of the ditch, flip it back on its feet, and get it back on the trailer so we can deliver it to the police station. But oh my goodness, oh dude, I had to press my emergency brake on because I was about to miss my turn. That's what happens when I yap too much. Anyways, we are arriving. Let me check my map, and yeah, it looks like we are arriving to the location. It's gonna be right. Okay, so it is right here. So I don't know how to do this. I think I'm gonna turn around. All right, so let me back this thing up. Oh, come on. I'm gonna try to not to fall into the ditch because if I do, that is not gonna be good at all. So I'm gonna park right around here, turn this bad boy off, and let's grab the winch from the back and let's see if we can get it connected to the front bumper right here. So I'm gonna do my best, and oh, there we go. Look at that. Is the lights on? Why am I shining? It's probably because of the sirens or light bar. Yeah, not sirens, but we got this thing chained up. Look at this. Let me jump over this, and it looks like we are ready to pull this thing. So I'm gonna jump on the bed right here, and then we're gonna pull this thing. Let's see if this actually works. Oh my goodness, I just disconnected it. All right, let me quickly connect this back to the front of our police car. Oh, there we go. And let's make sure we press on the correct buttons this time. So it looks like it's going to be this one. There we go. And are we pulling this thing? Oh, it looks like we are. Look at that. Okay, slowly but surely this thing is coming up the hill. Oh, this is gonna take forever. Let's see the progress. Let's see how we're doing. And the chain is holding up very well. And let's see. All right, we're doing a really good job. So let me get back on the bed and let's continue retracting the winch. I don't know how I'm gonna flip this thing over. I have no clue, but I think that is going to be pretty good. I don't know if I should move my semi a little bit forward and just hold this thing. Hopefully it does not break my chain. If it does, then yeah, that's not gonna be good. But let me turn this bad boy on. We're gonna pull the police car. Oh, look at that. It flipped over. Let's go. Let's freaking go. All right, so I think we're gonna pull this carefully. This thing is dragging so bad. I think the suspension broke on this thing because look how the tires are not moving. But we're gonna park my semi right around here, turn this thing off, and we're gonna disconnect it from here. Wait, where do I disconnect this from? Oh, right here. Let's see. All right, there we go. I don't know if this thing is gonna be able to move since the suspension is super messed up. But before we actually do that, I actually want to lower this thing. How do I lower this thing? Oh, here we go. Here's the control panel. By the way, what time is it? Okay, so it looks like it's about like 12 p.m. So we're still doing very good on time. So let me start lowering the bed. How do I do this? I completely forgot on how to lower this thing. So I think we extend it all the way. Oh my goodness, this thing can actually go pretty far. And then we just raise it. All right, nice. That's pretty solid. Oh, that was a little bit too much. Lower. Oh, a little bit. Oh, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna get in this. Actually, I don't know how to do this. Let's think. Let's put on our thinking caps. Okay, you know what? Let me just try to get this thing turned on. I'm gonna risk it. Biscuit. So come on. All right. Oh no, it turned off. It immediately turned off. But I will turn off is the light bars because that think we don't need that. Let me try this again. Oh no, this thing is not turning on. It's so weird. All right, let me try this one more time. You guys know, third time is a charm. So come on. Oh my goodness, I just realized this thing is in park right now. Oh brother. All right, so this thing can barely move. This thing is super wobbly. I do not trust it at all. But we're gonna get it on the bed. Oh dude, this is going to be as far as it goes. You know what? I think we're gonna use the chain. Yeah, let's do that. Let me use the chain because I do not want to break this anymore. So we're gonna do that and let's retract it from here. So let's retract it. Ooh, pretty smooth like butter. There we go. Come on, keep going. It's kind of going up pretty slow because I did put the handbrake on, but I think that is going to be perfect. So let me remove the chains and look at that. We are now ready to head to the to the police station so we can drop this thing off. But we got it all chained up safe and secure. As you guys can see, we got every single side attached. So let me go up to the functions and we're gonna lower the bed just like so, and then we're gonna retract it. So let's go all the way over here. Come on. Oh, the suspension looks very odd. It looks super weird. And bang, look at that. Hold on, let me try to fix the suspension. It looks super weird. Actually, you know what, let's just go because it looks like the sun is going up pretty fast and I don't want to be wasting too much time because remember, I want to make sure I arrive to this birthday party fast, or at least not late. So let's make a turn right here. I think I'm gonna turn this whole thing around. So we're gonna make a lot of turns. So come on. All right, it's gonna be like a freaking 6-point turn right here. And now let's make a left turn so we can make our way back to the main road and head all the way to the police station and get the thing delivered to the guys. But so far this mission has been pretty good. So I'm gonna knock on wood. Let me see if I have any wood in here. I want to knock on it because I do not want anything to happen bad, right? Imagine we end up flipping over. So let me knock on wood. But it looks like we have our stop sign right here. Let's quickly turn right here. Oh my goodness, dude, my turns keep getting wider. I might have to practice when I turn off the camera. I remember when I started playing this game, I don't think we had like trailers like this on top of like semis or vehicles. But anyways, let's make a left turn right here. Let's see if we can do a better job at turning, and a little bit over the line, but we managed to perfectly turn into this road. And it looks like with all that yapping, like I said, we have managed to make our way back. Oh, hold on. Oh no, we have managed to arrive to the police station. I'm not sure where they want this thing delivered. I'm guessing right around here. Let me actually check. I'm gonna park this thing right here and let's quickly check if they want it delivered right here. Let me open up the door. Hello, anyone home? Okay, so it looks like this is where we're gonna drop it off. I'm gonna open up this garage and then just close my door, or I guess their door, on the way out. So let me hop back in the semi, and I don't know how to do this because this is going to be a super tight turn. Let's see. Oh, actually I have an idea. So if we turn right here just like so, and then turn right here, oh my goodness, this is gonna take forever, you guys. And then we're just gonna back into it. I think that's pretty smart, right? I think that's pretty smart. So let me finish and carefully turning so we can get this thing unloaded inside of the police station. I gotta fix myself. Oh no, I'm a little bit too much on the left side. All right, I think this should be good right here. I gotta be careful. I don't want to hit the police car. So I'm gonna park right here, turn that thing off, and let me go to the control panel. Where's the control panel? All right, the control panel is going to be right here. Let me open that. So let's begin by raising it, and then let me extend it. There we go. Wait, why is my semi moving? Not sure why that's moving. Kind of glitched, but there we go. We're gonna turn off the controllers, and I'm gonna get in here, and I'm gonna put this thing in neutral so we can just roll off. And oh my goodness, that could have been really bad. I did not think it was gonna roll down that fast, but we managed to put it into park pretty quick. And honestly, this is a pretty fantastic job. Let me see if anyone's at the office so they can be notified. I ended up dropping off police cars. So let's see. Oh, I think everyone is on lunch break. Yeah, not even their TV is on. So let me go back. So let me close their door, and we cannot forget to close the garage. So where is the garage? Did I reach it? Oh, I did. Awesome. All right, so let me go and put this thing back to normal because we have one last task, and that is to drop off this huge machine, this semi, back at the mechanic shop because of course this thing is not mine. I ended up borrowing it from the company. I think it is called the APM company. I'm not sure if you guys have heard it, but let me hop in. There we go, and let's make our way out of here. Oh, this is going to be a tight turn. And by the way, since we are not in a emergency anymore, we can turn off our beacons and our amber lights completely off. Is that off? No, this is off. Oh no, I turned it back on. Okay, so it is now on, and oh my goodness, why did I come here? I'm supposed to go to the mechanic shop, or I guess Tenny's. That's what it's called. It's called Tenny's. So let me pull out of here. I'm not supposed to be here. I was way too distracted trying to turn off the amber lights. But we are now back back at Tenny's, the mechanic shop. We're gonna turn this thing around because we're gonna pull in. But before we do, we gotta open up the garage. So let me quickly run up, open this thing. There we go, and let's pull this thing in. Dude, I am so small when it comes to these huge semis. But I guess the important part is that we got this thing delivered to Tenny, or the mechanic shop. Anyways, let me close that, and oh my goodness, you guys, I miss my TRX so much. Look at this thing. This thing is a complete beauty. Like, you cannot look at this thing and tell me that this is not a complete beast. So let me hop in this thing, turn this bad boy on, and we're gonna start making our way back home. But with the magic of editing, I'm gonna be there in 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back home. Home sweet home. So we're gonna get this thing parked on our driveway. Let me just park it right next to my work truck, my favorite work truck, right around here. And look at that, super, kind of fell in between the engine. But what a super easy job that we had today. Well, yeah, it was pretty easy. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It means so much to me. And I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another APM video, and today we are going to be doing an experiment. I kind of did a YouTube short on this experiment a couple months ago, almost a year ago. It's been a while. Let me just close my door because I don't want any bugs to go inside my house. Pretty much, we are going to be closing down one of the main roads in APM, and we're going to see if people are going to follow the rules or they're going to break them. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's begin. So today we are going to be taking the work truck because first off, we got to go and pick up a trailer, and then we have to pick up 2 work trucks. They're kind of like DOT emergency vehicles, but for like construction road and stuff like that. So we're gonna get that thing done before the afternoon, because the afternoon is probably like 2 hours away. It is going pretty fast, so let's step on it because I want to make sure it doesn't get too late. So let me make a left turn right here, and the trailer is going to be located at the implement store. Thankfully, the implement store is not too far away. It's, I think, right down the street, and as you guys can see, it is a full lobby. There's people all over the place right now, so this is going to be a very fun experiment. But as you guys can see, we have the trailer right here. So let me get this thing connected. Let me slowly back up. There we go, and let's go pick up these trucks. You know what, let me also close my tailgate. Let me just close this just like so, and let's make our way to the location that these construction cars, because we're going to be using them to close down the road. So let me make a left turn right here, and then I think it should be right down across this river right here. So let me make a left turn just like so, and I guess we're gonna make one more right here. This thing is a huge trailer, but as you guys can see, we have the work trucks right here. We're gonna put them and load them on the back of the trailer. So let me actually open up the ramps just like so, and let's hop onto the first one. So let's get on this one, and hold on, how do I get on? All right, so let me kind of turn right here, back up, and load up the first truck. So we're gonna put the first one right here. I think that is going to be good. Maybe scooch a little bit up like that, and then we're gonna hop on to the second truck. Let me turn this thing on, and let's get this second truck loaded up on the ramps so we can get it on the trailer. So I think this is going to be good. Yeah, I think that is good. Actually, you know what, I don't want my wheels to hit the ramps, so I'm gonna get a little bit closer, and bang, look at that. Oh my goodness, I almost ended up hitting the second truck. Yo, I'm a really good driver. All right, so let me close up the ramps just like so. Alrighty, so let me hop in my truck, and let's start making our way to the road that we are going to be closing down. Let me just slowly U-turn and exit from this area. Kind of bumpy over here. Good thing I don't have the work truck today. Imagine if I had the TRX. Oh my goodness, I don't think it would do a good job. Plus, I would have to stiffen the suspension because the suspension of this thing is kind of taking a beating right now. But, you know, it can handle it for sure. Alright, oh my goodness, what is that person doing? He's just walking on the side of the road. Bacon is gonna get himself run over. But anyways, this is the road that we are going to be closing down. So I'm gonna park. Let me put on my emergency lights on, and that was a quick stop. Let me unload the trucks. We're gonna quickly unload them so we can set up the area. I'm gonna back this thing just like so, and let me turn on the beacons, the arrow boards, and my emergency lights like that. Awesome. All right, let me put one more right next to, oh, that's the wrong one. All right, let me put got one more. Oh, it looks like he followed the rules. Not bad. And for some reason, his TRX was squatting a lot. Anyway, so I'm not going to judge too much. We're going to turn on the beacons and the arrow boards just like the one next to us. And wait, hold on. Let me turn off the engine. Alright, so now we can test this thing out. Let's see if people are going to follow the rules and not hit my work truck. So let's go in free cam so we can see if people are going to follow the rules or not. So far I don't see anyone. So I don't know how long this is going to take. I might just cut when someone is getting close to the trucks. Alrighty, it looks like someone is coming. They are coming pretty fast. Let's see if they're going to go around or go through our trucks. Oh my goodness, you guys, I am so nervous. And it looks like it looks like he has come to a complete stop. Let's see if he goes around. Okay. So far so good. And all right, so he just has it. Okay. It looks like he is now turning and going and carefully going around the emergency trucks and my truck. Nice. This is us first and successful test. Let's see if there's any more cars that are going to be coming. Oh my god, what is that person doing? Oh my goodness, what the hell? He's trying to do some donuts in the parking lot. Oh no. Oh, what is going on? Yo, that was freaking funny. Oh, he's back to spending. Oh, wait, is that person coming? Or what about? Oh no, it looks like that person over there is gonna go camping. And oh my goodness, this guy is not having a good day. Holy moly. Alrighty, everyone, it looks like there is someone that could be coming over here. Let's see if he actually comes or ends up flipping over like, I think which he's doing. Oh no, what is going? Oh my goodness, what is going? What's up with APM play? Yo, I kind of feel bad, but like, why is he driving on the dirt? He should be driving on the concrete. Oh, now he's upside down. Oh, it looks like we have a truck coming. All right, let's see if he follows the rules or, oh, it looks like he's gonna be going the opposite way. All right, there's someone over there. Let's see if he manages to come. Oh my goodness, this guy is still flipping over. It's been like 5 minutes and he's still flipping over. Alrighty, it looks like someone else. Oh, never mind. They pulled it into the camping store. All right, if no one comes, then I might have to switch servers because everyone just seems to go camping or down the road. And yeah, I think we're gonna do the switch to a different server. So I'm gonna quickly switch servers and I'll be right back. Alrighty, we are now back and looks like, yeah, this is not never mind. Alrighty, everyone, it looks like this map is completely brand new. I think it just became morning. Oh yeah, oh my goodness, the sun is so bright. So let's quickly close down the roads before everyone starts spawning their trucks. So let's quickly get this thing set up. We gotta be fast. Let's go. All right, let's turn on the beacon. Let's turn on the boards. All right, I'm gonna place one right here, and then we're gonna place. Oh, that was I chose the wrong truck. All right, and then we're gonna. Oh my goodness, what happened? Where did my other truck go? What the heck? Alright, there we go. We have now closed the road back again. Let's see if people are gonna follow the rules on this server because this one is a brand new server. We have a couple people right here. Let's see. Oh yeah, they might be a little bit curious on what is going on. Just look at this setup that we got going on today. Wait a minute, is that my truck over there? What is he doing? Oh, it looks like there is a semi coming. Let's see if it comes this way and follows the rules. Okay, so there seems to be a couple vehicles coming. Oh no, he's going up the map. All right, what about this one? Let's see if this one follows the rules and comes over here. All right, looks like he made a stop sign and then he is now going up the road. You know what? Oh, look. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, he just flipped over. That is an insane car crash. Let's see if anyone else is coming. Oh, is he okay? We might have to call an ambulance. Oh, looks like the TRX. What is the TRX gonna do? I don't know what he's doing. I think he's just checking out the cars. And what happened to the other guy? I think he ended up leaving, but there seems to be a semi right down there. Let's see if it comes down. And is he gonna crash into the trucks? Oh, he barely almost crashed into it. Let's see if he goes around it, and he successfully is gonna go around the two trucks. Let's go. That's what we were talking about. So far, there has not been a single person that has crashed into the trucks, but it is raining. Sadly, I am not in a private server because I cannot clear the rain right now. So I might wait another minute or two and see if anyone else comes so we can test out this experiment. Alrighty, everyone, it's been a couple minutes and no one has came to this side of the road, so I think it is now time to switch servers for the last time and see if anyone will crash onto our trucks and not follow the rules. So let me switch servers in 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty, everyone, we are in a brand new server, so let me quickly spawn in these trucks. There we go, and let me place it right here, and then let me place a second one right next to it. Oh my goodness, what happened? Alright, there we go. We have the 2 trucks spawned in. Let's see if anyone's gonna come. And oh, it looks like, oh, I think that truck is coming. Oh no, it looks like it's going to go to the RP2 store. Never mind. I thought it was gonna come over here. Never mind. Oh, wait. You know what? No. I'm right. I don't know. He keeps getting stuck on the bush for some reason. There's someone right down there. And then there's someone right down there. So let's see if any of them come. Oh, there's also a police car. Let's see if he follows the rules. He is coming in pretty fast. And it looks like he went to the trailer store. All right, come on. We just need one person to come over here. Okay, it looks like we have a truck that could be coming over here. Let's see if he does. Oh, I think he saw it. He looks like he is gonna go. Okay, for a second I thought he crashed into it. Let's see if he goes around, and he ended up using his wrong blinkers, unless he goes that way, which let's see. He's gonna hit the truck. Mission failed. He ended up hitting our truck. Mr. Bacon failed the challenge on the 3rd server. Let's see if anyone comes, and there he goes. It looks like he's gonna go through the trucks, and on his way. Wait, how did he manage to put an ATV on the back of this truck? That's pretty impressive. But it looks like he's gonna check out he's looking around. Is this guy on mobile? Looks like he was checking out the area. But yeah, that's pretty impressive. I'm not sure how he managed to put an entire ATV on the back of this pickup, but there he goes. Everyone say goodbye. All right, let's see if anyone else comes and hits our truck, but it looks like someone has failed the mission so far. It looks like 2 people are coming. Let's see if they come towards our way. So this TRX is gonna go. Where is he gonna go? Looks like they're kind of lagging, and looks like the semi is gonna go around it. Nice, pretty nice job. And looks like the TRX is gonna hit our trucks. Oh my goodness, this is the 2nd person that ended up failing the mission for today. So 2 people failed the experiment, and everyone else ended up doing this mission successfully. Oh, how am I on this guy's truck? What the heck? Where are we? Is this guy gonna bury me? Anyways, let me quickly go back to the spot. If you guys did like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. It means so much to me. And shout out to this guy. He watches my videos. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we have a special job. Pretty much that job is to pick up and restore, I believe it's kind of like a wagon truck or something like that. We're gonna go check it out right now, but before we do, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. So I believe the vintage truck should be around somewhere around here. Well, actually, you know what, it's actually gonna be passing the bridge. Let me get in my truck. Oops, there we go. Let me turn this thing on, and let's start making our way over to the location so we can actually take a look at it and see what we need, so we can take it to the mechanic shop, repair it, and then probably sell it off to the dealership, because I'm not really interested in keeping a wagon right now, since I already have this truck right here, one of my favorite trucks in the game, and I also have the Mustang, which if you guys have seen a Mustang, you guys know that that thing is pretty cool. But let me make sure the road is clear. Alright, let's cross right here. And I just realized I am in 2H. So let me change that to 4 high. There we go. Now all of my tires should have power. And let's see. I believe it should be around here. I don't see it so far. Let's check down here and see if there's anything. Yeah, I don't. Oh, wait a minute. It's right here. Bruh. Let me check this thing out and see how this thing looks. And look at that. This thing is super old and rusty. I wonder how many years it's been here. But it doesn't look like it's in too terrible condition. Let's get this thing out of under the tree, and then we'll probably go over to the mechanic shop so we can get a tow truck so we can pick this thing up and take it back so we can fix this. But for now, let me just grab my cable and let me get it connected to the front of the bumper. Hello? It's not working. Hold on. I think I need to get closer. Yeah, let me get a little bit closer and let me try again. Let me grab the cable, and no, it's not connecting. I am not sure why it is not connecting, so I think we're just gonna go to the store and grab a tow strap so we can get that thing pulled out of there, because my cable seems to be not working. I'm not sure if you guys have had that same issue where you try to connect the cable to one of your cars. And then let me make a right turn right here. Alright, we have the RP2 store right here. So let me pull out and let me quickly run into the store and grab the strap. There we go. We have the strap in hand, which means we can quickly run back. Alright, let me hop in. Alright, and let me just quickly pull out of the plaza. So let me make a right turn right here and then a left turn right here. Alright, and the reason I am rushing is because I want to make sure I get this done before the afternoon, because in the afternoon I need to watch the football game. But anyways, we are now back. Let me just quickly pull into this driveway and let's see, where is it? All right, so the truck is right here. Let me get the tow strap connected to the front of my truck, just like so. Nice, we got those two connected. Now let me just pull this thing. Let's get this thing pulled a little bit more. Come on, let's go. There we go. I think that should be good right there, honestly. Yeah, look at that. We got the wagon truck out of the tree. Now let me get the tow strap disconnected, just like so. And we're gonna go and pick up the tow truck so we can take this to the mechanic shop and get this thing fixed. All right, let me make a right turn right here. Make sure we put on our blinkers, and the mechanic shop should be right down here. Is this the mechanic shop? Hold on. Oh yeah, it is. All right, so let me pull in and we should see the tow truck right here. All right, cool. It looks really nice. So let me back up and get this thing parked right behind next to the tow truck a little bit more, and that's going to be perfect right there. So let me turn off the engine, put it in park, and there we go. Let's hop into the tow truck, get this thing started, and let me put this in 4H. There we go. I had to change the drivetrain because when it's in 2H, the truck tends to drive slower, and the goal today is to make sure we're not doing things slow since we are on a short time limit. But anyways, was this the road that we came from? Hold on, let me check the map just to make sure. Okay, so it looks like this is the road. I got confused because there's this dirt road and then there's also like the dirt road over here, which kind of looks pretty similar. So let me make a left turn right here and let me pull down so we can get these two connected. And let's see, how should I, okay, you know what, let me turn around right here. Let me try to make a little U-turn. Oh, come on, you can do it. There you go. And then let me get this thing behind, well, I guess in front of the truck, and let me start lowering this. Let's see, what should we do? All right, let's click on lower, just like that, and then let's unfold it. Yeah, let's do that, unfold it, and I think that should be good right there. So let's see if we can get this connected on the first try. Gotta make sure I carefully back up, and I think it's connected. Hold on. Oh, I see the issue. If you guys see the wheels right now, the wheels are turned to an angle and they're supposed to be straight. So let me try again. I'm going to disconnect it from the boom. There we go. And let me move this a little bit forward and let's straighten up these wheels. And all right, cool. The wheels are now straightened. Let me just hop back into the truck and let's see if this thing finally works. So I'm going to carefully back up a little bit more. Hold on. I think I can also extend this. Oh, we can. Look at that. Forgot about that. All right, let's see. I think I need to raise it a little bit. Let's do that. There we go. All right, so now let me raise this a little bit, just like so. Look at that. All right, so we got that thing raised in the air. So now we can start making our way over to the mechanic shop so we can turn this thing into a brand new truck. So let's turn right here. Oh, it's gonna be a tight turn. All right. Oh, that was pretty close. All right, let's keep on driving right now until we see the intersection so we can make a left turn. I see the stop sign, so let me start slowing down and let me put on my blinkers so we can make a left turn. All right, the road seems to be clear, so let's make a turn right here, just like so. All right, let's make a turn right here. From here, we should be able to get to the mechanic shop. Alrighty, everyone, the mechanic shop is on our right, so we can finally pull in and get this thing into one of these garages. Let's actually put it in this garage right here. So I'm gonna open it right there and let me just turn around so we can back up and just drop off the truck. So let me make sure I am straight and let me slowly and carefully back into here. That's a little bit too much to the right, and I think that is going to be good. Hold on, let me just give this a nice check. Yeah, this is going to be perfect. So let me get this thing disconnected. I'm just gonna drop it. It's an old truck, so we can do it. All right, and let me get this thing parked next to my truck, and there we go. And before we actually turn off this thing, we actually gotta retract this thing. So now let me raise this a little bit and let's fold it. All right, awesome. So we've got the thing parked and returned back to its original place. And now for our last mission, we have to restore this wagon truck to brand new so we can sell it to the dealership. So let me hop into this thing. Let's get this thing fixed up and let's see. Let's start off with the paint. I'm thinking about doing like a red color, something like this. And oh, I forgot, gotta remove the rust, and let's make this a little bit darker. Oh yeah, like a dark red. That looks really good. And let me actually add some reflectance, just like so. And nice, it's starting to look pretty nice. Windows, we're not gonna touch the windows. We're gonna keep it OEM and original. The suspension, yeah, we're gonna keep the suspension the same because this is pretty fine in my opinion. And the engine, let's do 25% extra power and no superchargers. No, we don't want to boost this thing. Exhaust, nope, I don't know what that is. And attachments, oh, should we add a light bar? I'm not sure. It doesn't look good, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to add any attachments, and I'm just gonna call it there. I think this is now finished. So let's give this a nice check and look at that. You know what? Let's actually pull it out into the sun. Oh, it sounds super good. Hold on, let me close the garage. But yeah, take a look at this thing. We did an amazing job at restoring this thing to pretty much completely brand new. And all we have to do is take this to the dealership and sell it. So let me turn right here. Good thing the dealership is not far away. It is about like 1 minute away. So we should be there in no time. Alrighty, everyone. We have the dealership right here. So let me get this thing parked, let's say right here. I guess this parking should be fine. I'm gonna park it right here. There we go. So let's head into the dealership and get this thing sold. Alright, thanks, man. Oh my goodness, we just got $15,000 for this vintage old truck. Does any of you know the resale value on these things? Because I'm not sure if I got a deal or I just got scammed. But $15,000, I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm gonna take an Uber back home and I'll meet you guys over there. Home sweet home. I'm probably gonna take a shower because I am very stinky, but we managed to finish our job before the afternoon. We restored and sold the vintage truck wagon and we made $15,000. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. Woo, I am tired. Oh no, my friend just had an accident. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. And today's task is going to be saving my friend. He went mudding. He told me he went around behind the firefighter station, somewhere around this area. He couldn't give me a location since the area is so big. So before I continue to yap, make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe, and let's begin. We are going to begin by leaving our tractor back to my house. So let's quickly hop onto the road. There we go. Let's make a turn right here. Nice. And let me actually turn this off because I still had it on. Pretty much I was planting some corn. Yeah, I guess I'll finish planting corn when I do come back. So I'm just going to leave my stuff right here, just like so. Let me just leave my emergency lights on and let's go hop in the truck. So let's open the garage because we are going to be taking my favorite truck. Look at this beast. Let's hop in. Engine is on. Let me close that. There we go. And before we do head out, I want to take the trailer so we can put his off-roading truck on top of it. Okay, nice. So we have one right here. So let me back up. Let me quickly jump into my truck. There we go. I had to turn on the car engine. So let me back up. There we go. And let me close the door. All right, nice. And now let's start making our way over to that location. We are going to be making a left right here. Just like so. I'm hoping that he's okay and didn't get injured. If not, then that's not gonna be good. But we have a stop right here. We are going to be taking a ride. The road, it seems to be clear, so let's carefully take a turn right here. Okay, so it looks like he sent me another message, and on this message it tells me that he ended up taking an Uber back home, which is pretty funny. And he also wants his car delivered back to his home because I guess he doesn't want it taken to the mechanic shop because he doesn't have enough money. So I quickly did a U-turn and pulled into the tool store. So let me head in because I need to pick up a strap. There we go. I forgot to close this. And we're going to be using this to connect both vehicles. Let me get out of here. Alright, no one is coming, so that means we can make a left. And let's see. And now this is going to be the difficult part because, yeah, I don't know where he left his vehicle. It could be anywhere. But he did say behind the firefighter station, but I don't seem to see anything. Let's check behind the gas station. Maybe he could be back there. Who knows? Alright, so I pulled into the gas station and I am checking everything and I still do not see him. Let me jump out and see if I could get a better view. Yeah, I don't see anything at all. So let me hop back into my truck. Let's quickly make a turn right here. And what I'm going to do is check on the other side of the firefighter station and see maybe there's something there. I'm hoping that there's something there because this could not end good. But let's see. Wait a minute. Is that him? Hold on. Let me hop out of my truck and let me take a better look. And I think it is him. Let's begin with disconnecting this. Alright. And we're just going to take the truck for now. Honestly, this is kind of a nightmare because I do not want my truck to get dirty. Alright, let's put it in park. Let me hop out and let's start attaching this thing. There we go. And oh my goodness, I do not want to get dirty. Okay. It looks like I'm going to get dirty. Let's jump in, I guess. Ugh. Oh, it's so dirty. Alright, so we managed to connect both trucks to the strap. And let's start carefully pulling the truck. There we go. Alright, it's not too stuck, which is a good thing. There we go. A little bit more. I think what I'm going to do is keep pulling it until we get to the top. Come on, a little bit more. I gotta make sure I don't hit the station. And I think this is good. Uh-oh. Don't. Okay, that was way too close. So I'm going to disconnect my strap. There we go. So we disconnected the strap. Let's see if this thing works. Okay, I think it's working. Uh-oh. It just died on me. I'm pressing my buttons, but nothing is working. Hold on. I think the best solution is to hop in the truck, flip this trailer around, and then slowly put the truck on top of the trailer. Hopefully that can work. So I'll begin with attaching the trailer, just like so. And I'm going to back up slowly, just like so. And now I was able to turn. We are reversing the trailer so we can get the truck on top of here. So there we go. I'm going to lift this deck up. Alright, so we got it up. And let's see. Let's try to give this another try and see if we can turn it on. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's moving. It's moving. Alright, before it dies, I'm going to try to put it on top of the... No. Let's try again. Third time is the charm. Okay, there we go. And now let's just quickly put it on top. Let's just quickly put it on top. Nice. So we managed to put the truck on top of the trailer. All I have to do is turn off the truck. And now it's time to lower this deck. So let me give this a 360 check just to make sure that everything is connected and safe and secure, which it seems to be. And that means we can start heading to my friend's house so we can get this truck delivered. I guess technically returned. So let me check the map. And he told me that he lives right here, which is quite the distance. It's almost like across the map. So before the sun starts setting, let's start making our way over there. Let me check that the truck is all good. All right, seems to be staying on. Let me take a left right here. Actually, no, I was supposed to make a left. Oh well. Now we can make a left turn. Always got to make sure the road is clear. I think we're going to make a right turn on this road. Let me just take a quick look at the map just to make sure we are going the correct way. And yeah, so it looks like we can make a right turn right on this dirt road. Uh-oh. I should be a little bit more careful. And let's keep a lookout and see if we see any houses. Okay, I think that's his house right there. I wonder where the road is. Okay, I think this is the road, so let's pull into his driveway. Uh-oh. Do I seriously need to go all the way up here? Hopefully we don't have any trouble. Come on. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're having a little bit of trouble, but it seems that we are going to be able to make it. Perfect. I'm going to park my truck right here, and I'm going to knock on his door.
1 million zillion jillion dillion cotillion times later.
I don't think he's home. Huh. He must have gone to the store. Anyways, I guess we're just gonna leave it on the driveway. And I don't know how we can do that. I guess the only solution is to kind of like U-turn and then drop off the truck. Because truthfully, I don't think I'm gonna be able to put it in the garage. I've made up my mind. I am going to turn right here and just drop off his truck. Let me just adjust myself just to make sure I am not too crooked. And I think that is fine. I'm gonna park it. Let me see. Do I have enough space? Yeah, I don't think I have enough space to drop the vehicle, so I'm going to move the truck a little bit more up forward. So let's do that. So I think that's fine. Yeah, that should be enough space. Let's start lifting this deck. There she goes. And now this is going to be a little bit tricky because I'm going to have to throw this truck in neutral and make sure I don't hit his garage. So let's carefully do that. Okay, so I just placed it in neutral. So let's carefully do that slowly. All right, let me turn the wheels a little bit. Oh, so I was able to get the truck down from the trailer, but I still have a lot of space between the garage, and it doesn't look good right here. So I'm gonna push my luck a little bit and try to turn on the car and back this thing up. Here goes nothing. Let's quickly do this. Come on, turn on. There we go. Alright, let's quickly do this. Alright, that's fine. I already pushed my luck. It's a little bit crooked, but you know, we got it delivered. I think that's what counts. We got the truck delivered. Let's put the deck down. And before we call this a mission success, we have to return home. So let's hop back in the truck. There we go. And let's start making our way back home. And it's going to be quite the drive. And I say this because look, we are currently right here and we live all the way down here. So pretty much across the map. But the good part is that all we have to do is pretty much drive straight, right? We don't have to make any crazy left turns and right turns. All we have to do is drive straight. Okay, so the road is clear on this side, and okay, so it looks like it's clear on both sides. So let's go over a quick recap on this job. And in my opinion, I think this job was fairly easy. The only annoying part I would say was dealing with the truck because it would just like turn off for no reason. But it appears that we have finally arrived home. Let me open the garage so we can drop off the trailer. There we go. Let me hop right back in and let me just U-turn right here. So this looks to be in a good location. So let me quickly disconnect this. Perfect. Let me hop right back in my truck. And all I'm going to do is leave my truck right here and I'm going to get back to farming. Woo! Finally, I can finish the job. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on to the next APM video. Peace. What's up everyone, welcome back to another APM video. Today we are going to be doing a search and rescue. Our mission is to head over to this location right here. I believe it's somewhere around here. I guess that's the whole point of a search and rescue, is to look for the problem. But as you guys can see, this is not a small area. We don't have too much time because the sun is coming in quick. We gotta make sure we finish this by the afternoon. And before we get into it, make sure you guys do smash that like button and subscribe if you guys have been enjoying the videos. And let's jump in. So we're gonna be taking our truck today. So let me turn on this big boy and we're gonna start making our way over to the trailer shop because we actually need to pick up a trailer so we can put the car on top, because apparently it does not work. And then we need to head over to the tool store because we will also need some type of rope. I forgot what it's called. I'm blanking out right now. I'm probably gonna remember when I see it, but that's pretty much what we have today in store. It's going to be a pretty packed video and I hope you guys enjoy it. We have a stop right here, so let's make a turn right here. And we have the trailer store right here. And I just noticed there's a ghost on top of the building. I didn't notice that. That's pretty adorable. But anyways, we have the trailer right here. So let's back into the trailer and get this connected with the truck. And bang, we got those two connected. And good thing we have the trailer store right up here. So make sure the road is clear. Alright, let me park my car right here. Well, I guess my truck. Let me park it right here. Let me turn on my emergency lights on. I'm gonna quickly run into the store. Let me open the doors and let me see. Oh, it's called a tow strap, bruh. Alright, so we got our tow strap. Let's jump right back into our truck. And where can I turn? Can I turn right here? Hold on, let me try to U-turn right here. And let me turn off my emergency lights on. And oh, I almost went on the sidewalk. Hold on, let me back up a little bit and perfect. Alright, now we can start making our way over to this location that I earlier mentioned so we can rescue this car. Who knows how long the vehicle has been there? It could be years and even decades. So I'm very excited to see what we have to rescue. If it is like a vintage car, then I'm probably gonna restore it and then sell it at the dealership. So I guess I'll flip it for a profit. We need money. We need money. Alright, so far I don't see anything. Yeah, we're pretty close. I don't see anything so far. I might have to do a U-turn because there seems to be nothing in this area. So let's do a U-turn right here. I'm gonna have to go on the dirt a little bit just so we can make this U-turn. And was that a rock right there? Oh my goodness. Maybe they gave us the wrong location because, dude, I do not see any. Wait a minute. What is that? There's something up there. Hold on. Can't see what it's up there. Hold on. I think we should take a look. But before we do, I don't want to take this. So we are going to disconnect our trailer and just take the truck up here. So let's carefully do this. Make sure we don't get stuck. There we go. Come on, keep going. I wonder if it's in here. No way. Is this the vehicle? Look at this thing. It's so old. No offense. Yeah, it seems that we are going to be taking this vehicle. Alright, so let me get the truck closer so I can connect the tow strap because it's going to be impossible if I connect it from here all the way over there. So let's quickly do that. Let me hop in my pickup. So let me get a little bit closer. I think this is going to be perfect. Let me hop out and let's get the tow strap connected. So I think we should attach it right here and then attach it to the front of the bumper. There we go. We got those two attached. So let me hop right back in. And I think the goal is to slowly pull the car until we reach the trailer. I think that's what we're gonna do. So let's give this a try. We have to be really careful and steady. We cannot be going fast. And I'm thinking about if, like, what if it rolls down? Yeah, that is not gonna be good. Little bit. Uh-oh. You know what? Let me actually disconnect the tow strap. For some reason, I cannot disconnect it. Hold on. Let me adjust myself. There we go. And let me try to disconnect this again. And yeah, it does not want to disconnect. Alright, I think we're just going to try to back up onto the road. Careful. Let's carefully do this. Oh my goodness. There we go. Oh, dude, I was so worried that the car was gonna hit my truck. Alright, so we got the tow strap completely disconnected. So let me move my trailer. I'm gonna get it a little bit closer so we can throw the car on top of the trailer. Something I noticed is that it's a convertible. I wonder if it works. This is definitely going to be a whole new mission, trying to get the vintage car on top of here. There we go. So let me disconnect this thing and let's get this thing raised. Bang. There we go. And we are gonna try to connect the back of our truck to the front front of the convertible. So let's try to get both of these connected. All right, so we got those two connected, and let me back up a little bit. Let's try to pull this thing over here. Come on. Nope, not that way. Hold on, maybe I need to drive a little bit more to this side. Okay, there we go. Now pull it over here. Oh, I completely missed it. All right, you know what? I'm gonna try to connect it from the rear because now we gotta pull it back. Let me quickly do this. So let me grab my winch. Let's attach it to the back. All right, let's pull this thing. Okay, there we go. Nice. Alright, so let me disconnect this, and now I'm going to try to use the tow strap. So let's connect it to the back. There we go. And then to the front bumper. Alright, nice. We're going to try once again and try to put it on the ramp, or I guess the deck. So let's quickly do that. Uh-oh. No, come over here. Why is it going over there? After almost 10 minutes, I finally got this car aligned to the deck. So I think I'm going to try to put this in neutral and get closer to the ramp. So let's do that, and nice, it's working. But it looks like we don't have enough speed to get on the ramp. Hold on, what if I can try to turn this on? Oh, no, wait, it just died. Hold on, let me try this again. It's working again. So, okay, let me try to get this thing. It keeps dying. It might be the battery. Yeah, but this thing keeps dying. I'm going to connect it to the front of my truck. I'm going to use my winch. So let's carefully do that. A little bit more. My hands are sweating. Okay, this looks pretty good. So let me disconnect the winch. So there we go. And we've got this finally after several minutes back on the deck. So let's tilt this down. There we go. We got this tilted down. Let me hop back in my truck. Let's get this connected. There we go. And let's head over to the mechanic shop right here. We are going to fix it and completely restore it like brand new. And then I'll probably just sell it to the dealership like I had said earlier today. Oh my goodness, I just missed my turn. Alright, you guys, it looks like we have the shop right here. So let's pull in. I'm going to turn around just like so, because we're going to drop this thing off. Oops, I got to open up the garage. So let's quickly do that. Alright, we got the garage completely open. Let me hop right back in the truck, and let me get closer so we can drop this car off. So I think this is going to be a good spot to drop it off. So I'm gonna start lifting this thing up just like so. And this is going to be the hard part, because I'm going to jump in the car and put this in neutral and make sure I don't hit the wall. So let's carefully do that. So let's throw this in neutral. Let me take off the park, and oh, careful. Oh my goodness, that scared me. Alrighty, so let me throw the deck back down just like so, and I'm probably gonna park right here. We don't have too much time. We probably have like 30 minutes, so let's quickly finish up this job. So let me park right here. I'm gonna put on my emergency lights on. So let's hop in. Let's start fixing this thing up. So the paint, let's do I'm thinking about like a vintage purple. So let's remove the rust. There we go. And purple should be right here, and let's make this a bit darker. Little bit more, and I think this looks pretty good. Let me just add some reflectance, and ooh, this looks nice. And now for the suspension, I think let's raise it a little bit. There we go. I don't want this thing too dropped. And the engine, let's upgrade the engine and give it just 25% of power. And let's see, can we add, or should we add any attachments? Yeah, no, let's not add any of that stuff. And I think we are done with completely restoring this car. So let me hop out. Let's give this a 360 look, and oh my goodness, the paint on this is immaculate. To be honest, I don't even want to sell it. I want to keep this, but sadly I kind of don't have that much money, so we're gonna sell this thing. So let's actually take it over to the dealership, start pulling in. We're gonna get this thing sold. I'm gonna leave it parked right up front. Let me back into the parking spot. Oops, I forgot to turn it off. And I'm gonna quickly speak to the guy and see if he wants to buy it. Yeah, that's fine. All right, thank you. So he said he was gonna buy the car for $35,000. So that's, I'm not gonna complain for free $35,000. I'm gonna call an Uber and head back to the mechanic shop. All right, so the Uber just dropped me off, and we are back. We're gonna hop right back in the truck. I'm gonna start making my way back home, and I'll meet you guys over there. Home sweet home. Let me back into my parking, and I think today was a super successful day. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on to the next APM video. Peace. What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and as you guys can see, today we are going to be the sheriff. Is this wicked? Anyways, we just got a report of a semi. I think it's like a gas tanker. He ended up going to the side of the road and almost falling off the bridge. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting rescue. But the guy himself has been taken to the ambulance. We just got to go and save his gas tanker right now. So let's start making our way over there. And make sure to like and subscribe. It means so much to me. And let's begin with the video. So we're going to be taking our undercover police car. So we're going to be taking this because honestly, compared to the patrol car, this thing looks so much meaner. So we're going to be taking this thing. It looks so cool. Let's turn on the lights because of course it is an emergency. So let's make our way down here. Let's see. I believe it should be right down the street. So let's continue on driving and see how bad this crash actually is. And oh my goodness, no way. Hold on, we gotta inspect the situation. Wait, can I go under this? Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, the whole situation is not cool, but you know, going under is pretty cool. Anyways, I keep getting distracted. Oh my, dude, this thing is damaged. Oh my goodness, look at the sides. They're very damaged. Oh no. I'm gonna grab my Subaru and put it behind the tanker and see if I could pull it. I don't know. If the Subaru is strong enough to pull a semi, I doubt it. But you know, it does not hurt to try. So let me go around this thing. I'm gonna park it right here. I'm gonna connect. Wait a minute. This doesn't have a winch. Oh my goodness. I think we have to run over to the store, which is not far away. It's down the street, and pick up a tow strap. So I'm gonna hop right back in my Suburban. I think it's a Suburban. Yeah, hopefully I'm not wrong. It should be a Suburban, like a Chevy Suburban. If not, then feel free to correct me, you guys. But here we have the RP tool store. So let's pull into the center. I'm gonna park it right here. So let's quickly run into the store. And where's the tow strap? Oh, it's right here. So let me grab one of these. There we go. We picked up the tow strap. Yeah, it looks like there still isn't any cashiers today, so I guess it's free. Oh, I can sit on the couches. I kind of had to test out the couches. They looked very fluffy. Anyways, let's start making our way back to the crash. I'm gonna hop right back in and let's pull out of here. We are back. I'm gonna park the Suburban right here. We're gonna get this connected to the front of the bumper and to the rear of the tankers. I think all we have to do is try to pull this. I'm gonna get a little bit closer and just try to yank it and see if that works. Nope, it looks like I'm having trouble. As you guys can see, my wheels keep spinning and this thing does not want to budge. I'm gonna give it like 2 more tries, and if this doesn't work, then we're gonna have to come up with a new plan. So here goes the second one. And nope, wheels keep spinning. All right, let's give it one more try, and come on. Nope, this is not want to work. Hold on, let me actually see if there has been any change. Okay, it looks like we've made some progress, but it seems to be stuck on this side of the hill, which my Suburban does not have enough power to pull. So I have an idea, and that is to head over to the gas station, which is going to be all the way right here, pick up a semi and bring it over so we can finish pulling this tanker out, because my Suburban does not have enough power to pull this thing out. So let me disconnect this. There we go. I'm gonna hop right back in and we're gonna make our way over to the gas station. We just gotta make sure we go quickly because my shift does end in the afternoon, so I don't have too much time. And oh my goodness, I just realized I'm going the wrong way. You guys didn't tell me. All right, let me just quickly go around the police station. And okay, the road is clear. I'm gonna pull back out and then we're gonna be able to make a right on this turn. There we go. So let me check the map and make sure that I am going the right way, and it looks like I am speeding down the map. And yeah, the gas station should be right up ahead. I see it right here, so let me start slowing down. I'm gonna turn on my blinkers. Is my blinkers on? There we go. Let me pull into the gas station, and here is the semi. I should probably park it down there, but I'm kind of too lazy to walk that much, so I'm just gonna leave it parked right under the tree. I'm gonna turn off my lights and the engine, and let's hop into the semi. So let's get this thing turned on. Oh wait, actually I have to disconnect, what is this called, the bed or the trailer, one of those. All right, we got that disconnected, so we can now start taking the semi over to the gas tanker. Let me just quickly turn on my beacons. There we go. Make sure when you guys drive your semis to be very careful and safe, so turn on your beacons. But let me pull out of this gas station and make sure the road is clear, of course, and make a turn right here. All right, I'm gonna check my phone and see how I'm doing on time. Okay, it looks like I am doing very good on time, but that doesn't mean we should let off the gas. Alrighty, we have the tanker right here. I'm probably gonna do a U-turn right here in this kind of intersection. So let me carefully do that. I think I'm gonna have to back up a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna pull in a little bit into this dirt road and then finish up doing my 3-point turn. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna get right behind the tanker so we can pull this thing. Let me hop out, grab my tow strap, and let's connect it to the front of the semi and get it connected to the back of the tanker. tanker just like so, and I think that should be good. We just gotta pull this thing and hope that it finally comes out. So I'm gonna hop right back in the semi, turn this big boy on. I got a little bit closer so we can yank this thing, and come on. Uh-oh, this is not good. It did not move at all. Hold on, let's do this one more try. Come on, I think it's coming out. All right, let's see the progress that we are making right now. And it looks like we are doing, wait, can I turn this on? And it looks like it is starting to come out. Yeah, we just gotta keep pulling this thing. I'm gonna hop right back in, turn this thing on. All right, let's see if this works. Come on, a little bit more. Nope. All right, let me see if it finally, oh no, I forgot to put this in park. All right, there we go. All right, I'm gonna check the progress one more time and see if this thing is finally out, and this should be good enough, to be honest. All right, so let me disconnect this. There we go. The tow strap has been disconnected. I'm gonna put this in my pocket. I ended up moving it a little bit more back. All right, I'm gonna try to back up the tanker and see if this works. Okay, it looks like it's not working. Oh, I just realized it's in park. All right, let me try this again, and oh my goodness, it's finally out. Hold on, let me pull this safely into the road. All right, make sure there isn't any cars coming, and I can't believe the tanker is now out and rescued. So I guess what I'm going to do is we're gonna go and deliver the tanker to the gas station, so when the company wants to pick it up, they can just head over there. But thankfully the gas station is literally down the road, so this shouldn't take long at all. I'm still very speechless how that was able to work. I did not think I was gonna be able to get in and reverse it without any issues, but thankfully that worked. We are here at the gas station, and I'm gonna get this thing parked right here. This should be good. I'm gonna turn off my engine, turn off the beacons, and there we go. I'm gonna take my Suburban back. Yeah, let's quickly make our way over there. We are starting to run out of time, so we have to start moving much more quicker. Alrighty, you guys, we are now back. I'm gonna quickly leave my Suburban right here, park it right here. I'm gonna turn off everything, the lights and the engine, of course, and we're gonna quickly take this back to the gas station because, yeah, this is not mine at all. And yeah, I guess I'll meet you guys back at the gas station. Alrighty, everyone, we are back at the gas station. Let's pull into here, and we're gonna get this thing back connected with the trailer. Yeah, I think that's a trailer. I always get confused. I don't know what to call it. Just like so. Let's put it in park, turn off the engine, and of course turn off the beacons. I'm gonna call one of my partners to pick me up so I can go and pick up my patrol car. So I'll catch you guys over there. Alright, everyone, we are now back. I can finally pick up my patrol car. Let me just hop right in, and as you guys can see, the sun is starting to go down, so let me quickly pull out of here and let's start making our way over to the police station. I just gotta make a turn right here. There we go. Alright, we're here at the police station. I'm gonna get this thing parked. I'm gonna go in, and once we've got that thing done, I'm gonna go in and clock out because I am ready to go home. I'm gonna leave this thing parked right here. Oh, I forgot to turn off the engine. Hold on. There we go. The engine should be off. And where's the computer? Oh, the computer is right here. Let me quickly clock out. There we go. Let's open up this door. I think this should be the door for the lunch area. Yeah, this is where we actually have our lunch and all that stuff. And in here should be a garage. And here we go. Look at my truck right here. Oh my goodness. I missed it so much. Let me open up the garage. Let me hop right in. And let's start making our way back home. Finally, I can enjoy a meal. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys do subscribe and like the video. It means so much to me. And I'll catch you guys on to the next APM video. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another APM video, and today, as you guys can see, I was camping. I was about to relax and eat my marshmallows, but I just got a notification that someone needs their boat to be rescued. So we're gonna do a type of a search and rescue, and we're gonna get this stranded boat that has been stranded on top of rocks, and we're gonna rescue it. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's begin with the video. So first things first, I have to pack up everything because I'm not gonna be able to camp for the night. So first thing is gonna be to remove all of these items that I brought. So let me turn off my campfire. We're gonna have to remove my chair and my tent. Oh, hold on. I did not mean to sleep. So let's remove all of that thing, and I think that is gonna be. Oh wait, I forgot to take the American flag. Hold on, let me take the American flag. There we go. And let's run over to the tool store because we're gonna return all of these things, and we're gonna be returning the camper. So let me go inside. We're gonna pull down the TV, turn off the light. There we go. And we cannot forget about the pop out. So let's start bringing them all the way back, just like so. And we cannot forget to close the door. So let's make our way towards the plain tool store. Let me just get this TRX connected towards my big and rich camper. There we go. And let's get onto the dirt road so we can start getting out of here. I'm gonna turn on my blinkers, and we are going to make a left turn. And by the way, we might have to go and also pick up our work truck because our work truck has a winch and the TRX doesn't have a winch, which means we're not gonna be be able to pull the boat out safely if we don't have a winch. So that's going to be the first thing on our list. Return all of this and then pick up our work truck. But since the TRX is super fast, we are already back in town. Let's go. We're going to first drop off the camper first. So I'm going to turn around and back up very fast, because if you guys take a look at the time, it is already 9 a.m. So time is going to go pretty fast. Let me quickly disconnect this just like so, and let's make our way towards the tool store so we can return all of these items. But before we do cross the road, we have to make sure that it is clear, which it looks like it is clear. And we're going to park in the handicap, and we're going to quickly park in the handicapped and run into the store. We're going to return all of our tools. There you go. Goodbye, good sir. And now we're going to make our way towards our huge 2-story house, because I am super rich. So let's make a left turn onto this dirt road, and now my home should be right on the mountain right here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. It should be right here. Let me actually pay attention and make sure I do not fall into the river. But I'm kind of wondering how the guy ended up getting his boat stuck stranded on top of those rocks. That must take skill. But anyways, home sweet home. We are now back home. I'm gonna back into my driveway. So let me carefully do this. We're gonna park it, turn off the engine, and let's quickly run into our GMC. And look at this, we are now ready to take off. I know I did not warm up my truck, but anyways, look at this. We've got the gigantic and heavy duty winch on top, or I guess in front of my bumper. We can now make our way towards the boat rescue. And let me actually quickly change my drivetrain to 4-wheel drive, because I feel like it's a little bit easier to drive if it's in 4-wheel drive, and even faster. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I typically drive in 4-wheel drive. But we do have a stop sign right here. Let's make a left turn. Let me turn on my blinkers and let's carefully make this turn. All right, there is no cars coming, and I believe it should be towards the campsite. That's where it was kind of reported that boat was stranded on top of the rocks near the campsite. So we're gonna go and see if we can find it fast, because I really don't know where this boat is. So I guess it is going to be a search and rescue, but as you guys can see, the campsite should be on our right side. So let's pull into the campsite and let's see if we can find a boat. But so far I don't see anything. Yeah, there seems to be nothing around here. Let me quickly pull over and take a look and make sure that I'm not missing the boat. Yeah, I don't see the boat. I don't know where it is. Did we pass it? All right, we're gonna go and check it down here. Let me also turn on my hazard lights, because we are gonna be driving a little bit slow so we can find this boat. But yeah, I don't see anything. You know what, let me quickly step on it. Maybe if we go faster, we're gonna be able to see the boat. But I kind of have a gut feeling that it's gonna be down there and not over here. But oh, wait a minute, what is that? Oh, I know what that is. Oh, this is the trailer for the boat. All right, so I'm gonna go with a wild guess and say that it's gonna be located down there towards up the stream. Hopefully I am correct, because we are running out of time. All right, Bo, I don't see any boats so far. Is that the boat right there? Oh my goodness, I think we found the boat. Yo, no way. All right, so how do we go right there? Because I don't see. Oh, wait a minute, is this the path right here? We can take this path. All right, hopefully we do not damage this truck too much. But oh, hold on. Oh my goodness, this is rough. This is really rough terrain. I don't know how we're gonna take the boat off those rocks, because I'm already having trouble with this GMC. And here we are. Look at this. How does someone do this? What the hell? Alrighty, first things first is we gotta grab the winch. And before we do grab the winch, I'm gonna back up my truck just a little bit, like here, and then we're gonna grab the cable, connect it towards the front. This is the vehicle is too far away. I can't connect it. What? That doesn't make any sense. All right, let me back up. Maybe we need to get a little bit farther. Let's see if this works, and boom, we are now connected. I did have to move a little bit backwards, and the goal is to hold the boat all the way back onto the road. It is gonna damage it, but that is going to be the only way we can save this boat. So let me hop in, and we're gonna back up. We're gonna make our way towards the road, so hopefully the boat does not get stuck on those trees. All right, come on, boat. Oh no, my GMC is having trouble. Oh no, my GMC. Let's go. Yo, this truck is insane, you guys. WGMC. Look at this. We are now pulling a boat, and we managed to rescue it. Now we have to put this boat on top of a tow truck, because I cannot drag this all the way back to the campsite. So we're gonna leave the boat right here, and we're gonna go and quickly pick up a tow truck. So I'm gonna disconnect that. We're gonna hop in, and we're gonna make our way towards the mechanic shop, which is literally around the corner. So let's pull in, and we're gonna find the tow truck. I don't see any tow truck. I thought it was gonna be around here. I swear on my mama, I thought it was gonna be here. Oh, wait a minute, it's right here. No way. All right, nice. So I'm gonna leave my GMC, my beautiful, super expensive 6-figure truck right here. And oh, hold on, I got stuck. And we're gonna grab the tow truck. So let me turn this thing on, and we're gonna turn on on the beacons because this is an emergency, you guys. This is serious. I feel like I should have grabbed some cones. If I would have grabbed some cones, then I should be able to close the road. But we kind of don't have time to be closing the road because we already have the beacons turned on our tow truck. But I'm going to carefully back this thing up, and I think this should be good right here. So where is the controller for this tow truck? Is it this one? Oh, it's right here. All right, so we are on our last hour, and we need to start pulling down the bed. So let me raise this thing, and then we're going to start lowering it. All right, that should be good right there. Now let me extend the bed all the way towards the ground so we can grab this post and put it on top of there. Now I think I might lower this a little bit more just so I can have a much better way of putting on the boat, and I think that should be good right there. So I'm going to try to grab the winch from the top. There we go. We're going to grab these chains and we're going to tow it. Wait, I can't connect this? What the heck? No way. I can't connect the winch? Hold on. Let me try to grab the cable again, and I'm going to try to put it one more time, and it looks like I cannot connect it towards the boat, but I do have an idea. Alrighty, everyone. I was able to bring my truck, and I'm going to do a trick that hopefully works. If it doesn't, then we might be cooked, and we're not going to be able to save this boat and bring it back to the dock so we can put it back on the trailer. I'm going to do this right here, and I'm going to back the semi a little bit. I'm going to try to get the semi as close as possible to the boat like this, and then we're going to hop back into the GMC. I'm going to get closer because I'm going to try to grab the winch, and I'm going to try to connect it towards the front of the boat. Hopefully this works. If not, then yeah, I'm really cooked. So no way that worked. No way. All right, now let me try to retract this, and it looks like it's going on top of the bed. No way, you guys. Look at that. I am a genius. Am I not the smartest person in APM? I'm going to finish retracting this and getting it towards the top of the trailer, or I guess the back of the tow truck. And would you take a look? Look at this. We've got the boat loaded on the back of the trailer, and I think we are ready to disconnect the winch. Hopefully, actually, you know what? I'm going to try to lift up the bed so the boat won't slip off when I disconnect the winch. So let's start raising the bed and let's start lowering this. Look at that. I can't believe this is actually working, you guys. I think that deserves a massive like. Alrighty, we're almost ready to take off. Let me just finish retracting this. What happened to my controllers? Hold on, let me grab my controllers. It just disappeared on me. So let me finish this, and boom, we can now disconnect the winch from the boat. It looks like it's pretty nice and secured. So let me quickly disconnect this, and I am kind of worried because this thing is not strapped down and I don't have the straps for them. So hopefully it does not fall, but we're gonna go find out. Oh yeah, this thing is gonna fall. All right, I'm gonna drive super slow, and I'll meet you guys back at the dock. We are now back, and I'm just unloading the boat from the bed. So let me quickly finish unloading this, and we're gonna get it loaded back onto the trailer. So I think that should be good. Let me just step on this thing. Oh my goodness, is this thing stuck? Oh, it's kind of hitting the floor right there. Hold on, let me try to push this thing a little bit towards the side, and I think that should be good. Let me quickly hop back in, and we should now be able to load it back onto the trailer. So let me quickly align this thing right here, and I think we should be able to strap this thing back up. So let's put on the straps. Oh, hold on, it's not placed correctly. Alrighty, after a while we got the boat strapped down, and we're gonna pull back our bed because the sun is starting to go down and we barely managed to finish this job on time. So we're gonna get this tow truck returned where we got it from, which was at the mechanic shop. And now since the bed is now back, we're gonna make our way back to the mechanic shop. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back and ready to turn off the beacons and turn off the amber lights because it is no longer an emergency. So let's get this thing parked, turn off the engine, and let's make our way towards the truck so we can start making our way back home. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back in our beautiful GMC super expensive 6-figure truck, and we're gonna start making our way back home because if you guys take a look at the time, it is starting to go down really fast, and I have to go and take a shower because tomorrow is gonna be a new day and we are going to be having another job. So let's make a left turn right here and let's head home. Home sweet home, you guys. We are now back home, and I am so exhausted. I did not think saving and rescuing that boat was gonna take forever, but we managed to do it somehow. Well, I guess since I am the best APM player, so that kind of makes sense. And we managed to make our way back home. But if you guys did enjoy this video and want to see more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe because it does mean so much to me. And I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another APM video, and today we're gonna be saving one of the biggest tractors in APM. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. So before we actually go, let me just quickly close my door, and we're gonna be taking the work truck right now because this thing is going to be a huge mission. So let's take the work work truck, of course. I mean, I kind of want to take the TRX because that TRX is super fast compared to this thing. This thing is super heavy and kind of, okay, it's pretty slow. But anyways, let's make a left turn right here, just like so. And our first task is to go and pick up the semi, which is going to be located at the gas station right here. So let's quickly make our way over there so we can grab the semi, then get the trailer, and then pick up the tractor that is broken down. So I don't know how bad the situation is, but I can expect that it's not going to look good. But let's make a left turn right here, just like so. Nice. What a nice turn. Wait a minute, that was a right turn. Oh my goodness. And now if we step on it, the semi should be right down on the gas station. We're going as fast as I can. 6, 7. Oh my goodness, you guys, come on, you guys, no more 6, 7 jokes. Anyways, let's make a left turn right here. We're gonna pull into the gas station, and then there's a semi. Yo, the semi is super big. Oh, perfect. All right, let's park right here. Honestly, yeah, let's park right here. It's kind of not in the middle, but you know, it's fine. It's an emergency, so I think that's could be a good excuse if I get a ticket. But anyways, this is the semi that we are going to be taking today. One of my favorite semis, and the semi I started playing with APM. So let's get into this thing, turn this bad boy on, and we cannot forget about the beacons. All right, we have the beacons turned on, and now we're gonna go into the main city so we can grab this trailer, which is going to be right around here, and make our way to the farm so we can finally get this tractor that is broken down. But we're gonna, oh my goodness, my windows are super tinted. I cannot see anything out of here. All right. Oh yeah, I was driving in the middle. But anyways, the tractor should be right down this road. I don't know where it is. Yeah, we'll come back because of course we gotta save it, but it should be down this road. So I think I know where it's going to be. But it looks like we are now in the city, which means we're gonna be able to turn right here onto the trailer store. Let me just place my blinkers. Oh, that was a big turn. And one more time, and here we are. This is going to be the trailer that we are going to be picking up. This is so big. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is so huge. All right, let me just fix myself. I don't know what I'm doing today. I have not been getting a good sleep. But anyways, let's get this thing connected, and let me just put this forward. There we go, and we can now make our way to the farm. And now the farm, for our last task, is to pick it up and bring it back to the shop. So let's start making our way over there. We only have like 1 hour to get this job done, or I'm not gonna get paid, and I'm probably never gonna get hired ever again. But anyways, I'm not sure if you guys saw the last video. I mentioned that if you guys wanted a Discord server, right? I'm not sure if you guys want that, so I'm asking it right now. I've been seeing a lot of comments, but I want to make sure you guys actually want a Discord server. And in this Discord server, you guys gonna have the ability to speak with me, talk with me, and even play with me. So let me know what you guys think about that. But anyways, we are now getting super close where the tractor is going to be. Let's actually stay on the lookout because I don't know where this thing actually is. I feel like it's gonna be around here somewhere, but I do not see it. Let's make a right turn. Let's see if it's around here. I'm gonna make a super wide turn, but so far I do not see. Wait a minute, is that it right there? Yo, I think this is it. Hold on, let me check. I can't see that far, but I think it's gonna be that tractor in the distance. Hold on, I think we found it, but I think they're gonna have a dirt road in the back. Let's see, how do we go and get over there? I'm not sure because I did not see a single dirt road to make my way over there. I'm thinking about just going through the back of here. You know what, let's try that. All right, let's go through the back. Wait a minute, is this thing stuck? No way, there's no way. What the heck? All right, I have an idea. I think I can just disconnect it from here. Let me just do that and we should be free. Awesome, we are now free. Now how do I move my trailer? Maybe if I go back up there and I move it. I think I'm gonna do that. Hold on, let me try to do this right now. I just do this and easy, and I think I just back into this thing. You know what, let me just push it from this side. All right, let me do this, and there we go. It is now back on the floor. So let me get this thing connected. For a second I thought we were gonna have to call up backup because I thought I was gonna be stuck there for sure, but our trailer should be now connected. And oh my goodness, you guys, this thing is in horrible condition. Yo, this is super bad. I'm gonna try to move this. I don't know if it's gonna be able to move. All right, let's see. Oh wait, hold on, let me turn this thing off. Okay, there we go. And oh my goodness, yo, this is me. Yo, how is the tire bigger than me? Yo, what the heck is going on? All right, let me try to turn this thing on. Okay, so it looks like the wheels can, only these 3 wheels can move. Okay, it's working. For a second I thought this was, oh come on. No. Okay, so this thing just completely turned off. All right, so it looks like we have a super short time because after a certain period this thing just completely ends up turning off. So I think we gotta do this super fast. So I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer. Let me do this, and then let me disconnect the back of the trailer. Whoop, there we go. And let me move this forward. All right, nice. So we're gonna move the semi right around here. Let me turn that off, And this is gonna be so... Wait, does this thing even fit on my trailer? Oh, wait, I think this thing has extenders. Hold on. There we go. This thing has extenders. On, off, on. All right, you guys get it. Let me hop into the tractor, and we only have like 10 seconds for us to kind of get this thing on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and... Oh, no. Yeah, you see? I was right. This thing only has 10 seconds until it turns off. I think something is really wrong with the engine. So let me do this one more time. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 4, 7, 8, 9, and perfect. Oh my god, on time. Oh wait, hold on. Let me put this thing on park. There we go. We got this thing parked finally on top of the trailer. We can now make our way to the shop and get it turned in so they can get it fixed. Honestly, I think we're gonna head over to the implement store because they have all the equipment to get that thing fixed. But anyways, let me hop back in the semi and let me turn this thing on, back up, and get it connected carefully so we can take it over there. So I think that... Wait, hold on. Okay, there we go. That is now perfect. All right, how do we get out of here? I don't know if there's a road. There seems to be a road right here. Hold on, let's take this path. This is going to be the most safe path for us to take. So good thing there's no crops or farm right here because I would have destroyed it. But anyways, we are onto the road. Awesome. Let me just turn right here and we're gonna make a left turn right here. So let me carefully do this. Oh no, am I stuck? Oh no, brother. All right, let's see. What if I make this back like that? Is that gonna work? No, that does not work. Yo, this thing is all the way on the floor. How do I move this? We're kind of in a situation right now. All right, let me try this again. Come on, move. What if I disconnect this thing and then reconnect it? Maybe that works? I don't know. Let's try this. All right, so the semi is moving and then we're gonna try to remove this one more time. Come on, connect. Are we connected? Awesome, we connected. All right, that worked. Yo, I'm a genius. All right, so the plan is to go super fast just to make sure we don't get stuck there again. So let me go super fast. Come on, let's go. Do not get stuck. All right, nice. We did not get stuck. Yo, let's go. I think that deserves a huge like on this video. But we can finally make our way to the implement store, which is going to be right here. So let's make a right turn right on this turn. Let's see how the turn is. All right, nice. And this thing is super heavy. Yo, I cannot even make a turn right here. So we're gonna have to make a turn on the intersection. But look at this. Yo, this looks freaking crazy, you guys. Let me know if this looks crazy. All right, let's slowly come to a stop and make a huge turn right here. All right, nice. We're gonna have to go a little bit off-roading onto the dirt. And the implement store should be right down here. All right, nice. Dude, I am so happy that we're almost done with this. All right, let's pull in. We're gonna make a huge turn right here. And then where should we unload this thing? Oh, wait a minute. I think they have a garage right here. Oh, this is going to be a headache. I'm not gonna lie. Because remember, the engine on the tractor does not work. So first off, oh wait, hold on. First off is gonna turn the thing off. All right, second off is going to be to open this garage right here, and then we're gonna disconnect this piece from the trailer and we're gonna move forward so we can unload the tractor for sure. All right, let me just get this thing out of the way. All right, there we go. We have moved out of the way. I'm gonna get this thing parked on the side. There we go. And let's see how fast we can put this tractor inside of the garage. So let me put this thing in neutral. All right, and we're gonna quickly turn this thing on. So in 3, 2, and 1. All right, go. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, go. All right, good. Super good. Yo, I'm out of breath. That was probably the fastest time I have ever put a vehicle inside of a garage. But anyways, let me close the garage door because we are out of here. We're gonna go and get these two connected and we're gonna drop it off at the trailer store. So let me quickly turn around right here. Let me get this thing connected. There we go. And let's quickly make our way to the trailer store. Alrighty, everyone. That was probably the fastest time I have ever been to the trailer store. Maybe because it's literally down the road. But anyways, we're gonna get the thing parked right all the way in the back because we're not gonna be using this anymore. And honestly, I don't really feel like going all the way to the gas station to dropping this semi off. Or wait a minute, I think my truck is at the... Yeah, my truck is going to be at the gas station. All right, you know what? I guess I have no option. Let's quickly disconnect this. And with the power of editing, I'll meet you guys at the gas station. Alrighty, everyone, we are now at the gas station. We can finally turn off my beacons just like so, and we can get it parked right where we found it. Awesome. So let's go in our truck. So let's go in our work truck. There we go. And let's make our way home. And home sweet home. We are now back home. Oh my goodness, you guys. How much did I just miss home? And where is my TRX? I think my friend ended up coming by my house and took my TRX. Anyways, I'll give him a call later. For now, let me just get my Denali parked right here. Just like so. And I think that was going to be a super successful mission for today's video. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys onto the next one. Peace. No, it died. Uh-oh, this is not good. Hold on, I'm gonna have to throw this in park. No way, a new movie. The Badland. Uh-oh. It sounds like we have an emergency today. What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and it looks like we have another emergency today. Well, I guess our first one for today. I don't know why I said another one. And in the report it says that a semi ended up losing control and crashed into a mudding pit or something like that. So I'm very curious to see how and what happened. So let's hop into our firefighter truck. Let's pull out. We are going to be turning on our amber lights. There we go. And before I do leave, I'm going to close the garage. Okay. So it's closing right there, and let's start making our way over there. So the location of the incident seems to be right on this location. From what I know is that this area is very deep. There's also like a lot of rocks around the area. So yeah, let's go check that out. Let's make a turn right here. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. It means so much to me. And let's continue. So we're about like 1 minute away. Actually, I think it's right here. Hold on. Let's pull in, and oh my goodness. Wait, hold on. I think I'm gonna need to hop out. Let me pull over right here. And oh my goodness, this is bad. This is really bad. How am I gonna take this out? Oh, it's kind of muddy. Hold on. I don't want to get dirty. This semi is in terrible condition. Holy moly. Alright, so I have an idea. I think I'm going to try to connect my winch to the back of the semi, to the trailer actually, and see if I can pull it. So I'm going to need to get a little bit more closer so I can try to connect my winch, because I don't think it's going to reach from here. So I think, wait, is this mud? Hopefully that's not mud. Wait, okay, so this is not mud. So let me grab my winch and see if I can connect this. And it looks like I can't. I might need to head over to the store. I believe the store should be right here. So let's start making our way over there, because my winch will not connect to my trailer. I just remembered, I think it's called the tow strap. For some reason, I always seem to forget the name of that. But anyways, the store should be right down here. I just gotta make a right turn on this road. So let's pull in and then pull in. I'm gonna quickly park right here. Although I'm in the middle, it's gonna be very quick. So let me see. Okay, so this is the tow strap that we need to pick up. Here we go. And it seems that there is no cashier today. Hello? I guess it's free then. Let me close these doors and then let me hop right back in. Alright, now we're gonna try to connect our firefighter truck with the back of the trailer and see if that could work so we can pull it out. But if you guys didn't know, but the guy that was in the semi has been airlifted to the nearest hospital. So I don't want you guys to get worried about that. Let's see, how am I gonna do this? Alright, I think, hold on, let me back up a little bit. I'm gonna park right here. Oh my god, it's muddy right there. And then I'm gonna grab my tow hook, connect it right here, and then connect it to the back. There we go. That should be good. So let's see if we can finally pull this thing. Alright, come on. Uh-oh. There we go. It's moving. I'm about to fall into the mud. Let's see if we can pull it from this side. Come on. Okay, there we go. It's starting to come loose. I'm gonna try to not lose momentum right here. Uh-oh. No way. It looks like now I'm the one stuck. Yeah, this is not good. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. So it looks like we now have the firefighter truck and the semi stuck. I might get fired. I think what we have to do is pick up a semi. Hold on, let me actually disconnect this and I'm gonna give it one more try. Nope, it does not want to move at all. Look at this, the damage is really bad. I need to go pick up a semi, so I'm gonna call an Uber and head over to the trailer shop, because I know there's some semis over there right now. So I'll meet you guys over there. Alright everyone, I just got dropped off by my Uber and we have arrived at the trailer store. I can't believe I got the firefighter's truck stuck with the semi. Yeah, hopefully my boss doesn't find out about that. It looks like we have a couple minutes away from it being 6 p.m. So it is starting to get pretty late. Let's jump into the semi. Before we do head over there, let me turn on the beacons. And I forgot to mention that there's a new feature in APM, because today there was a update, and one of the features that he added is that you can actually move the fifth wheel forward, which pretty much means moving your trailer more forward. So just take a look at this side and I'm gonna press this. Look at that. It pretty much puts your trailer much closer to your semi, but if you want it more far away, you just click back, just like so. That's a cool little feature that they added in today's small update. Anyways, let's start making our way back to the crash. Yeah, kind of embarrassing. Alrighty, we are now here back at the incident. So I'm gonna park my semi right here. I'm gonna disconnect the trailer because we're gonna try to pull the truck and then the semi first. Let's park it right here. I'm gonna connect my strap right there and then connect it to, let's see, where can I connect this? Oh, there you go. I connected it to the back of the truck. So now all we gotta do is pull this thing. There you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, so we got the firefighter truck out of the pit with the semi. So let me just disconnect the strap. Where's the strap? Okay, so the strap is right here. Let me disconnect this. There we go. Got that thing disconnected. I'm gonna park this thing. I think I'm gonna close the road right here. I'm gonna park it and I'm gonna move my wheels like that because I think it makes me cooler. Anyways, now all we have to do is take out this semi, and after that I'm probably just gonna throw it up on the trailer and then take it back to the mechanic shop so they can fix it up. Alright, so we're back in the semi. I'm gonna try to get as close as possible, and I think that should be it. We're gonna get this back connected to the back of the trailer, so right here. Alright, nice. Alright, so we got both of these two connected, so let me hop right in the truck and let's get this thing pulled. Come on, you can do it. Come on, let's go. Yes, come on, a little bit more. Oh no, hold on, let me adjust myself. I don't want to hit the stop sign. Alright, let me pull this a little bit more. I'm gonna try not to hit the stop sign. I'm very close to hitting it. There we go. This is so heavy. A little bit more. Okay, I think it's out. Hold on, let me throw this in park and let's give this a check. I had to jump over the rope. Alright, it looks like, oh my goodness, this is all twisted and covered in mud. I wonder if the engine is completely destroyed. Hold on, let me disconnect this from the back. There we go. And I'm gonna give this a try and see if we can turn it on, because honestly, if it works, it's gonna be much more easier for us to throw it on the back of the trailer. So let's give this a try. And well, hold on, the beacons work. Look at that, the beacons work. Alright, let's see. Okay, wait a minute, it's working. Oh, hold on, it just died on me. You know what, I'm not gonna give up. Let's give this another try. Okay, so far so good. I'm gonna have to exit through here. Okay, not bad. No, it died. Uh-oh, this is not good. Hold on, I'm gonna have to throw this in park. Oh my goodness, this could have been another accident. Alright, let's give this one more try. Third time is a charm. Okay, there we go. So the engine does seem to have some type of problem, which means that we do have to take this to the mechanic shop. I'm just gonna turn around because we're gonna go back down. So let me make a turn right here. There we go. I'm gonna end up moving the firefighter truck. Let's see, where should I park this? I'm gonna leave it parked right here for now. We're gonna get this connected back to the trailer and get it ready so we can throw on that semi on top of here. That should be good. We are now connected. I'm gonna park the semi right here and I'm gonna throw down the ramps so we can finally take this to the mechanic shop. So I think that should be good right there. So let's carefully, but very carefully, load this on top of here. Okay, I think that should be good. And oh my goodness, there's no way. Our semi is way too big for this. Actually, what if we just drive like this? I'm a little bit insane, so let's give this a try. No way, it's working. Okay, so I'm gonna drive very slowly to the mechanic shop. Alright, and where is the mechanic shop? Oh, it's right down there, I forgot. Gotta make another turn right here. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna park the semi right here. Wait, I didn't even throw in park. There we go. So the semi should be now in park. I just gotta hop in here and slowly and carefully unload this. Careful, careful. Oh, nice, nice. So I'm gonna pull into the shop and I'm gonna leave the semi parked right here so they can fix it. I'm gonna leave the emergency lights on. So we've got the semi and the trailer back to the mechanic shop so they can get that fixed. All we gotta do is return this semi and trailer that we borrowed. So let me just pull up the ramps, and as you guys can see, the sun is starting to go down. So let's quickly get this job done, and bang, we got this back delivered to the trailer store. Let me get this thing parked and turned off. Let me just close the garage. Alright, there we go. I just clocked out. Today was a very, very tiresome day. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys did, make sure you guys do like and subscribe. It means so much to me, and I'll catch you guys on to the next APM video. Peace! I'm done watching TV. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and it seems that today is a super beautiful day, but last night it was snowing, so we got a call. Oh no, did I leave my door open? Or was it the wind? Anyways, let's close that door. So I ended up getting a call from the city because it ended up snowing in some parts of the town. So we have a job to do, and that is head over to a warehouse. I believe it's located right here. Pick up a snow plowing truck and then help clean the streets as much as we can before the afternoon hits. So enough of the app. Make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe, and let's begin with the video. So we have our trusty truck right here. Let's hop right in, turn this boy on, and let's start making our way over to the warehouse where I believe all these trucks are located. We're going to be using these plowing trucks to clean up some of the streets filled with snow, and since it is currently November, we've been getting some snowfall of the winter season. As you guys can see, there is some snow right over here, and I believe there should be more down in the city. So I believe this is the warehouse that we are going to be entering. So let me hop out. Let's quickly check it and see if the trucks are going to be in here. And Oh my goodness, there's way more than I thought. So there's 1, 2, and 3. All right, cool. So let's open up the garage. Let me just close this door. There we go. And we're gonna open up this garage. Alright, the garage has finally opened, so let me hop in my truck and get it parked probably right in there. So let me get in. Where should I park? I'm thinking about parking right here. This is way harder than I thought. Hold on. Alright, turn the wheel this way, and I think this should be good. So let me put this in park and turn off the engine. Alright, cool. So we've got that parked right there, and let's see, which one should we pick? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I'm gonna catch someone's toe. Alright, so we're gonna be taking this one. Let me squeeze through here and hop right in. Let's turn this big boy on. And let's take this out of the garage. So let's close that as well. There we go. And I did see some roads down there with some snow. But before we do head over there, I want to turn on my beacons. And then I want to turn on my arrow board. So let's do that. I think that should be good. So let's start making our way over here. Alright, so let's quickly clean this guy's driveway. There we go. Let's remove all the snow. Let's not forget this side. There we go. And let me back up and let's start making our way over to the town. There seems to be some snow on the driveway for this construction site. So let's get this cleaned up. So let's actually give this a check and make sure there isn't any more snow around the area. But it seems to be pretty clear. Maybe the snow already melted on this side. I just kind of wish that we had snow in my area. We didn't see any snow besides some heavy rain. But as you guys can see, this entire road is covered with snow. So I'm thinking about cleaning this side first and then coming back, and then I'm probably going to do a U-turn around the gas station and come right back. So let's get this side cleaned up for now. Seems to be a lot of snow. We're pretty much finished. I'm gonna end up turning right around here, or maybe a little bit more down here. Alright, so let me U-turn right here. There we go. And now we can start cleaning this side. Alright, you guys, we got that side cleaned up. Let's start making our way back to the city so we can get all the snow from this side cleaned up. But as you guys can see, we are doing a fantastic job getting all of this cleaned up. I'm actually very surprised that we haven't had any calls of any accidents, because people tend to have trouble driving during this climate. Alrighty, we have pretty much entered this main part of the city. I think I'm gonna start cleaning from the right side. So let's get all of this moved out of the way. Hold on, let me clean this and let's continue. And oh my goodness, there is way more snow than I thought there was going to be. This is ridiculous. There's no way they got this much snow in November. Alright, let's pull into the church. There seems to be some snow in the parking lot, so let's remove all of this out of here. And let's see, I do see that I kind of missed the parking lot of the mechanic shop, so let's quickly do that. Let's pull in and there you go. And now let's get all of these. Nice. So we pretty much have the church and the mechanic shop cleaned up. Let's quickly do the APM store and the car wash. Gotta get all of this cleaned up. Can't forget about you or you. Alright, so we got the APM store all cleaned up. Now let's move on to the car wash. So let's clean up the driveway. Alright, looking 10 times much better than I used to. Let's see if there's any snow around here, and yep, I almost missed them. Alright, nice. We are here on the back of the trailer store. There seems to be quite the snow, so I guess let's clean up the parking lot. I figured there was going to be a little bit more, but there's definitely a good amount of snow. But we're pretty much done. This is the last piece. Oops, I missed it. There we go. And let's see, where should we clean up next? Oh my goodness, look at the snow over there. Alright, let's finish cleaning the snow on this side of the map, and then we'll go down there and clean up literally all that snow. That is a lot. I'm speechless. Alright, let's continue cleaning all of this snow on the main road, and then I'm probably gonna head into the neighborhood and clean up there as well. So there we go. We got the snow on this side cleaned up. We just gotta pull it into the neighborhood and get all of this removed, just like so. Good thing there isn't any people out right now, because they would be in my way of cleaning. Alrighty, I think we can start. Oh, actually, we should probably clean the parking lot of the implement store. Alright, so let me quickly pull in before we head over to the main road. I want to make sure I don't miss a single spot on this side of the map, because this is what I'm getting paid for. Alright, and let's grab these last ones. Alright, nice. So we've got the entire parking lot for the implement store pretty much all cleaned up. The map is starting to look very clean and tidy. Now, the only area that we have to focus on is down the main road, which looks like a lot of work. But anyways, let's get started and get to cleaning. Alright, I'm gonna pull into the parking lot of the tool store, because I do see some snow around the area. There you go. And it does look like I missed some snow right here. So let me pull it into the parking lot and let me remove that just like so. And I'm going to quickly do a U-turn. Well, not a U-turn. I'm going to make a, what is this? A C-turn? Yeah, it does kind of look like a C. Now we're going to start cleaning the main road. All right, so what I'm thinking about doing is a quick time lapse of me cleaning the main road. So yeah, let's play a quick time lapse of me cleaning the main road in 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty everyone, we just finished up cleaning the main road. I'm now gonna do a U-turn and we're gonna start making our way back and get this side of the road clean as well. So let's get back to the time lapse. Alright, there we go. We just finished up cleaning the entire main road. As you guys can see, it is now nice and clean. It looks like we just have this side of the road to clean as well. Oh my goodness. Okay, it looks like we still have quite the job to do. So let's get to it. Let's start on this side. Alright, let's remove all of the snow. Yeah, that's my question. I'm wondering, why did it snow so much on this side? Alright, I think we are pretty much done. So I'm gonna do a turn right here. There we go. And let's get the other side cleaned up as well. Alright, I think we're almost pretty much done. Alright, now let's clean up this side of the road because we did actually miss this. So let's quickly get this done because the sun is starting to go down. We're about to hit the afternoon and we don't have too much time. So let's get all of this cleaned up. Oh my goodness, there's so much. Alright, let's clean all of this. I think this is the last part of the snow. Alright, let's quickly drive around town and see if we actually managed to clean up a lot of the snow, which it looks like we did a great job. I'm very excited to get paid. Hopefully I did not miss any spots. Yeah, the implement store looks very good. Okay, I think we did a pretty much outstanding job. And I think the rest of the snow ended up melting, which is a pretty much good thing. I think we are now ready to start making our way back to the garage and drop this truck back off. And matter of fact, let me actually turn off my beacon and let me turn off my error board. So that should be completely off. But it looks like we are here back at the barn. I mean garage. I get confused on what to call this, but let's open this thing right up. Let me hop right in and let's get this truck parked right next to the other two. So let's carefully turn right here and back up. There we go. Okay, this should be perfect. I'm gonna throw this in park, turn off the engine, and bang, we've got our truck right here, which means we can start making our way back home. As you guys can see, home sweet home. I'm gonna leave my truck right here, park it, turn off the engine. You guys know the drill. And I think that was a super successful day of me cleaning up the town and getting paid. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, do all of that. It means so much to me. And I'll catch you guys on to the next APM video. Peace.